Marco Sisi no number where you so join here or wakunya sober join on Fakye TV or join here wa like wa comment wa share on Facebook. Jumadi Ababedino the current champions or wadi chemo was UEFA Conference League and Ra etimi ekoso Chelsea ageno luta the update awona eberum kama pa etimi ediame no so echino obomodena the transfer window no wetimi akomna sema do ebobo etimi ede bawa no no ababe remedy amerba fie na ya babe din komo the Black Stars of Ghana or said an MSCT Amra or Modemo Sena Suhuno Chitru ye local guys are about Babijinamu a Yijmano margin Chenembra 020 754 3637 020 754 3637 020 754 3637 on Facebook Ujanowa making carry Amami Dini Abu Dhabi Lutakin or the Abercraman on it Habib Mohammed the special one Ricardo Vaz and so on Afino Di Maestro Omujina Abeti Omonka yem producers no the Zekati near Eben Nas and also Echino Gilbert Etanichi and Afisono Emrantiano Ayu Philip Gio Caesar MC Malik Seta Mwakon and Murphy ne Abrantepa Yao Success Omina Kabuma Jumadino ya di era kama paso etimiera monti ya bede ho ketu bi ya kwere ma presto bi ya beko akaku romu wa manone na afia manone se no abomode etimi asha sere amantu join ya Fakye TV o enyume awayisha Fakye TV on Facebook o like ya wa share wa comment Fakye TV on YouTube oba be subscribe na boa na ne ma de ye pa etimi ere amanti me na hukuma bi ya koba ya pe ya bomode na de akebia ya da to asede amamo be made ba juma di kese no so yena yakwa manone na ye din komo na boa na ne ma de ye pa etimi ede ama kama pa na de bia meka ere show se ni ano media ye ba ye nche ma ne ma na ye no abode a emu edu ye papa di uzo wa kwenya so be bomode na wetimi ye hihye ye na bibia akoye kama pa etimi ere ama na komo no ere sere sitie no makase ere juma di bia ba die da so no gifted icon ni nyina ne se o ya akwada oba anabema wenya from 50 years ere kwa animu a akonya na do so beba na wa ba be fa form no wa unim nom topa eba ne kasa hari unimu a na che so wa akonya so beba na wa ba be fa na abo na hye no adaye peti mera ma form so no fa untwi akapede eye free ena hye aya ye ni obo modern adwumade no di nkunima ye bebo amo anwontofo akuku dampa oni omo obetimi aka abo ma yenwom video no su twa wi a ya na ye fa wo ka san promoter ama wo wakwa kudu pempenso bi a obo so jana so na mekoye pere ma wo ze nche ni ye pushu na afo ni America nwuntufo yi enso ye korabo a ebo amantoto ye no ada ye petimi ara manturo wo achichi na chese ade da ye etimi ede mawa na opeso friend ye register wa number no 0550 7721 0550 772113 so wo kumase so na opeso be rama na oben ha orodu abepa o se encho be bia Fakye TV o bantama ye ne press bia sorry kese ni die ni me over the front deck so ababa be to fine lady bi o friend Lina sister Lina Berena wa bomodia register we untwi akapede obenso tu anamo no fa lutake mo anamo no so a na ye do ka musical for group ni ma na che so se ha na talent no o sha ase yi ni di na eboa mane ma de da ye pa etimi edi ema na bibia ekoye di utie me now the nyum to so GHS or primary secondary school also what tertiary na kwanyaraba area ma so we showcase talent no na aboa madodo na usampa bibia DW on po na niama deda yi kama pa etimi ede amao Luther King
Yes, a dear.
Luther King
International ABOU DIABY
Luther King
ABOU DIABY
we know a popular request to
sir.
Big James BJ Design
Sir.
I'm almost on my committee this time around yente se sa samra ne ye de eba enti from ne kono BJ se da bia me ye di sei mawa obehwe me
Endi obehwe
na me so ma hwe
BJ
na me so ma hwe
ene obi abeka ne de
oze
ene wo be ka wo de na wa wage so
what history
na me so ma ba
what history na say emmo bi no mo ye niensa omo to nyumbo ma kofo bi we twa o de ana ba ko lo ye se nwom no na to dodo na ete no oto yo bi a me chere hwe
Intimate ho
na ke humbo moto ho
Mate.
so dem ne wa bitimi family
edidi jaso ani mu na
se bi didi
ntebe dru ba bi won say Luther King budia no we say didi ja ya
no didi se bi didi ja
last time sa no man dem ya da
o fida da wa ko ji misika di afre be ka che be ka bi chire so kai za se bro
o de influence
o kai za se bro
atwam
so o kai me pese
kai
Luther King
International ABOU DIABY
Luther King
ABOU DIABY
Ken no said no the me rera baby
oh you be wrong Manchester United me ti wo so
obi si me bi say mo your mind
say mo be some go Arsenal so nya Arsenal kwa na Arsenal obi a oni nua obi a wo de o ya de sen no
wo ya de che mo you
Chelsea 430 or London yes we England 80 United
what to keep abi jamu mo fire come on the bra
right tabena sanso na wiai na you be breaking it down na you touching it down na you knocking it down na nya ntajeje jamu yom power mo no nsemo na mame Manchester United and bra me to anim eso mo pay mo Malaysia eko against Asian All Stars na omgenom kolusu 1-0 na no kase omo say free Malaysia and Germany epem Hong Kong or China na me pacho omo free Malaysia na romo Malaysia me pacho omo airlines no ada Manchester United force omo so United anya the special moment abra uromo say Malaysia Airlines and a Manchester United for their film akopem Hong Kong ababia kam no mudru tamak no so na e was say omo special moment United players in be any Ruben Amorim and our workers to Malaysia Airliner and was some no more etimi twan furniture sampa omo partnership omo momentum spend it together be play kama and that's why ye jejamu aso adamamo na mame Manchester United omo nya touch it down Hong Kong omo nya time with omo supporters United nyenyenye omo kwese yefunu bone onim samakosa ba obebo donto ama otoasa na United nya de kra no na omo supporters there uko Asia wa omo jejo omo sadada no mama bibia ye kama aso adima wo mo United team koduro ye twom no supporters no na supporters and selfie and nkomo kakra ko so na eno eje down no na Manchester United player your friend Ahmad Diallo Abra United player mo Malaysia no yes fan paako ekwa biusu no ama wo ye guest bi di kire no ama boy ni bu ofu papa na eno ya toche ne buza say Ahmad we ye superstar bia on na na den a fan biusu e bi kire wa o ma obufu su ye guest bi di kire no o guest na ye guest very positive and ye guest ena Ahmad Diallo yi anom ese ono wote wi ase upetwa di bibia na mo oka bibitia ne maame wo se fa no edidi ne maame atem ade afa ne ye kire no eye insult ede kwa ne maame so wo se no kre na nke no kwa so react sa na mom se on regretted da wo di ne maame atem ede amaso so bonu adeja wo so no shata de ba ko wo se ntokwa no digire ma Ahmad Diallo wo so ready send ntokwa no wo no adbepem so ni nyina no so nya great time with nipa omo Malaysia na so supporter baako ana fan baako ene be senya mbrasa no tia no maame a mo no so ya sade no abi nsamo pandia tuka ye cham adama mom na report amete asa insempi na ba owura ye friend no Jadon Sancho say so Roma Manchester United they meet Chelsea I ready to make a penalty of £5 million na omama na bag Manchester United they made him as a £25 million no a bad day at the Chelsea so metua and no permit to him as Jadon Sancho a catch any teammate in be our Chelsea say on part yes Chelsea and final cry and your beko baby beko na Manchester United there at the pub anywhere or Kobako for Scott McTominay or free one call here Bravo Rashford or call here Bravo Anthony, acquire Bravo Ball, Tron Jadon Sancho, me ba Chelsea, Brame Ball, na Manchester, at the pub bay, and no mature Manchester United. I was some Sanko Kofa, now to Chelsea for Perry Potter, made him as a decision time. Now, after decision, reporter made him as a Jadon Sancho, open to have £5 million, a penalty, na Omutama United, na Omo Adana. As on some college mom was an party so be college there and yan ka tofi akwa ensida and no edemi church mom as what damamo na Ruben Amorim and your busa so china a friendly gamer team of Manchester United baba Ruben Amorim or Reverend Alejandro Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes Bobo Biano Mubi.
It's not a surprise, he's a player of
how's Alejandro Garnacho been around the camp? Because obviously there's a lot of news around his future and the situation there. Some were maybe surprised that he came out here, but how's he been?
No, it's not a surprise. He's a player of Manchester United. All the players are here. Some players are injured. Was better not to fly here to play these 2 games. So it's a normal situation. It's okay.
And no Ruben Amorim no or say masa players no Bielpra and yes surprise sawaba we say Alejandro Garnacho we say Bruno Fernandes na or say echina omo available nem some pom ni there want to meet players no dozo e was say obia nya mi po omo pa Asia e was say obia nya e test ni bi na bia tumi yakama na or respect obia and we ensem odia tuka ye checha mu edamamo e wo dwumade no so ensem pi no run it ye checha mo na mami break way down as a rub as what tima your friend Real Madrid almost by no Padma Benfica where ye left back Alvaro Carreras almost by way so far announcement Pepa before Trent Alexander-Arnold report amete as Dino almost done or Babe Rima the player I'm a best what my kama almost an announcement Baba and Sarapaina your friend Trent Alexander-Arnold at just what my pa na almost some person na almost couple a FIFA club World Cup and Real Madrid a person you am na pass your kama na mami fan to a name SOP as a Golden Boy Award the best under 21 players more Europe no yet me nominate to near the best African performance in a kama ultra a place in Pidina Guso set Lamini Chama Paul Kubasi, now Ramo Real Madrid, Ada Gule, when you nomination, Dean Royson from Bournemouth, say, why a Madrid player, Mamin Famamo, on Swanya nomination, and no Roma and Drake, as to any nomination, and no Edia Bami Jajamo, as to Adamamo, na and some Pinaba, not Mamin Fantuanem, as so Champagne Fakukudam, Omutuntina, and no Ramo Italy, Etimi Aya as a guest, Etimi try ama nominations, no, Etimi Paswa, Uramo footballer, or Mojidim Papa, Ultra Obitisam, Luigi Di Savio, or no Obabe, Gogio Kelini, Asu Ebabe, Giovanni Brancini, Asu Ebaye, Adriano Galliani, Federico Mari, Andrea Sartori, Gigi Buffon, Claudio Ranieri, Ciro Ferreira, Fabio Cannavaro, and Christian Vieri. Omunino guest Wema, a bar footballer, Oma Bobra Papa, Omuna Tuano Muchama, a Golden Boy Award, nominations, you know, Omutuchama Piasu Timia Kama, and no Adeba, me judge, I'm breaking it down, no more touching it down, no more knocking it down, no more judge, Omudamamo, Mamina Juventus, and for Emamom, Omusi I go to door, a bam, I said Omania Antonio Conte, on San of Pemi, the story Mao, as a report I met him, as a meeting beer, no Polini Conte, you know, likely say Conte Betina, na Omse Conte, Majuva, and the Onwam, and the Petuaso, Aya Jumo Juve, I'm a pair kama upon sir, I'm a pet Gasparini, and Nasa Palidino, I'm a Pumpaco, no store, one Chana Conte, mom, I'm a pet Chaumobi in a chitty, now Omama I go to door. I transfer your Juma Jamomo, and no Adepa, so far, Mamma Italy, oh, per currently. Team Somo Serie A, or coaches are say NTM, or Quanopole Conte, Sansuna Inter, Inzaghi, or Atalanta. So far, Sa managers been sent or more Papaco, Thiago Motta, Mauricio Sarri, Stefano Pioli, or Juva, or more I got Tudor, almost one Robesad Gasparini, Abba, Nanso I got Tudor, Roma Gasparini, Nidi Abba, a more person will pay Camafiro. Barone, Mauricio Sarri, Lazio, Mauricio Sarri, Paladino, and Milania Max Allegri, Avio Cramutinepa, Bologna, Vicenzo Italiano, and a Come Fabregas, Torino, Barone, Uramo Italia so far, Basir managers on Babia Ebibaco, and no more Motina, and Manata, Giant Wajuma Jamamom, Naminim Darwin Tashinunes, Liverpool, where a goodbye message, and Odamamo, and now some patro a farewell message, and Odama Liverpool. From Darwin Dashinunes was unforgettable. Thank you, Liverpool. Me patro so far. Ukwan IG page. Darwin Dashin Nunes Liverpool plan of Uruguay. What me Ukwan IG page no was unforgettable. Thank you, Liverpool, and what did love emoji. I saw a Jabetuo, where a goodbye message, and what did Mama and some pap, boy, no, on my Liverpool, Bill, Obenya Fua, Nemo Salad Commandred, and Wapeko, and a Hin Walker, and Mira and Crapia and a Bachelor, and no Adjapa, no Magu, Uramo Epic Tower, on some pioneer for Liam Delop, or Chelsea. Don't aye dam and opami and sempi wa hunt emao aso panyina friend Enzo Maresca also on makoda way our Manchester City enti the relationship with akoda no and what did dada koda influence here ema boy now ya Liam Delop aso empama biaso ya kama na Uroma so far Chelsea trigger 30 million pounds a release clause no na omudina bana biaso 25 na Uroma Magill aso player bia Team my friend Epic Town, as a Liam Delop Airqua, almost over so much money and loan. I did not buy no Biasabe come at Damo more, and no at their buy a judge among as for a Dama Modian so na me patro Liam Delop, boy, we're sitting there. What Manchester United up on Chelsea Beko Europe next season. Oh, Champions League for now, Chelsea Cajon, United Dena Mupapo. Since women bragging right and enti mo antima convince akoda no eno ejepa Chelsea bebo FIFA Club World Cup akoda we epasan akọ ni nyina kan pinama Chelsea etiminya ya ye checham edamamom ewo dwumadie so na Chelsea room as omo asa ayas omo defender bia ye jowo hato na hato omunya na bebo omo papa so for my Roma omo so left back otimi pass left back otimi po won FIFA as center back drupa bia no there otimi po atuma Chelsea for ni abre na ano permit to anem as Roma Al-Nassala omo sporting director Fernando Hierro and obe press conference obe clean no ma bebre ampane press conference no etimi toga na me patro and whatna watch papa we Fernando Hierro me patro more than 2 hours na whatwa workasa and some pino di toga na me patro after the press conference no Ronaldo the tweet timi kwato ho na CR7 ni post here no me patro si Fernando Hierro I didn't see it. The CR7 me patron post on the corner no Fernando Hierro I didn't see it. They not open on well who ana wante eno ede bani nyina no say Stefano Pioli the maintenance on wa epeto so ye adwuma jama ana sal on poboko no na Oliver Ronaldo demands no as part of the demands or catchom somebody jano on peno wanya de obeteno man nko pasada no watena no eno ena wante asa omo eja no kwan ana say oye den eni nyina eje ba na Fernando Hierro was on the one time across social media. Na what it in some bebre misinformation and I across social media and Ronaldo come the contract was it John Duran almost signed by because of the important qualities. Nina send number 9 position or Papa CR7 enter the John Duran almost in a buy and watching some pinodi to the Mami Abraham na Fernando Hierro or we in a press conference and walk on Masana or free a room or and no and that's one ye church amu yompo na ya breaking it down touching it down and knocking it down as for a jamamonom na Emmanuel Macron aya France some man panyin no was in yami Saturday Seba SPLG and ya Champions League in the and yeah, Japan, France, Omupia, ye feel a year or Z Palace, a ho, and Omupeko aqua celebration, and yeah, a Danny jumping phobetry, and quadabetry, a man paying phobetry, a Danny there, and a free range, Utimi Bobby Pacha, not whopping pepe, not all Posso Papa, PSJ, a brown Ramo Alfie Tower, Nurse Hosono, on Betman Light. Ama ayata no soja ama biaswa ye kama eno eje ba ye chechamo aso ejama mo ensem pinapa na me patro ma me fonto am so ramo na kwa so from so ready for the Champions League ba fanana omuso be ama biaswa tima ye kama aka just 2 days na fanani tojo Munich bi biadem kama na mame urama said ho asuten road to Munich no na so Ramo Monica no manina didam kama no manina didam fana no Ramo Monique kronma decorations outdoor or matimia ya chesa norma ebetoga enemy jejamo aso dama PLG Inter Munich 2025 and a dasono kronma ya fair na mami Iniesta with the Champions League trophy on set me the 2 and my bra medals individual awards the Beatrice Ramono me be one to my edemamo says so run and fan Iniesta or no any crowd the Champions League trophy or the aqua public communique ama opia as some past Saturday and yeah person gaga a best tenene a best mami tell you abete why na ebe chese na nimpa nyinya why na best koto achia no na nyina ade be say cheta mo aso adama mo dwumadie no so ensem pinapa na MPAG omo fana training session imagine na opia ewebi ukopiem ewo PSG omu campus wa omu omu final training ansana be fly nyame pa ochina akwa kopiem aso ewo munika omu akwa kopiem bia kama na we PSG omu training no ma ditena kwa mu Morano also Victoria Dembele Mosquito boy ultra boy saka eno Lewis weekend no the like Pasicon man on the ultimate suspend we nurse or the lift we no training na biaso ye kama eno edia ba ye jejamo aso edia mamo na mpacho ma mfanto anim say one Garcia to aye Barcelona no also ready me to name as aden aye den dem say enra boy na say incline say the Barca deal no pesi akro eno edia ba mi cham jamamo na whole game Mendes dem say na no ba no pasa wala port and tekomo ebedi nkomo report ametem say all game Mendes Rafael Leao oponitin chira wo mom say the boy no Barca ready o pet me at the point na bre wo mo jamatin some point no o ko team fan ba mu nchina o mo so management be meeting bi ni nyina no say Milan force we meeting with Rafael Leao representatives na meeting on a channel betodwa report amete on be discuss boy in future or contract cost 2028 release clause 175 million euros and I will pen abetu ya jamatin SS can be ten at Barcelona Bamunchin, Sikan Bente, asking price between 130 million euros. Still, a Piana Basaberam, Al Ittihad, Al Hilal, Al Nassar, National interest, Omunana, Omopen 25 million euros, Afibia, Omopetum Diamano, no pay Kama Bassa, Assessor, a Basse, offer me bar, by never Rona Taroho, no contract on one so far, release clause valid from July 1 to July 15th, from July 1 to July 15th, Obia me fana nkodia, omo Barca anya ready, eso omo peton ne atoni china, eno ede ba Victor Osimhen, Napoli so be ready so betie deal, Jama Manchester United, Nabam United, Napoli for some per Victor Osimhen Monfa 33 million pounds, and cat Rasmus Oyland, Monfa Karuna Monfamra, omo de Victor Osimhen, Pemamo, better business and no person no pay 33 million pounds plus Rasmus Oyland not more than promo Napoli for no pay come Nico Williams Stone Barca ni di adwo table so Barca person where set Nico Williams beba boy no omo peti na pay come na dem set deco so or adore Luis Diaz na on send sika no because of Barcelona financial situation amani move repair them na mo ukoromo Al Nassr or your priority a person mo ba na be piaso aye kam omo targeter already central fountain no omo hese be bia kama no mo na babe 85 million euros no na ko Saudi Arabia Barca so interest no egusu akonko ho arawo sema ba mame Kevin De Bruyne na no peka me de mura bibreo abra na odi last game our Man City bana wie na wura ma omo penti ne trophies be bia wo ho Nimura Kinke and is gone. Omaji Edia from her, and I am Prada way assassin Prada so where Gazam Papreso said your words and Becasena ho and an Kinke. Kevin De Bruyne, Nimura no and a echo and no Edeba, me church, Adama Motumati, Jeremy Frimpong on the sofa, a just transfer win 20 PM, Nami Passante, Liverpool after the medical or more register no Belmodia, no announcement about 30 million pounds. Esika, Liverpool, the son from Leverkusen, maybe Paikama. Now, according to Opta, almost say, the best clubs in the world right now. The best clubs in the world right now, according to Opta, me patro Liverpool Nedikayan, Arsenal at the second, Manchester City at the third, PSG ata aya fort na urama me pacho PSG da fort Barcelona fit Inter eda sis Bamunchem 7 Real Madrid pacho si Aston Villa. So far the best teams ewo wiase according to Opta na mami benchmark no na minya juma emamo we so football benchmark the value of football clubs say ne city urama me pacho the dam Real Madrid value said the 10 urama 6.278 billion euros are increasing by 23%, and urama Manchester City value 5.104 billion euros are increasing by 3% increment number, and Manchester United 5.051 billion euros are increasing by 4%, and Barcelona also at 4.459 billion euros are increasing by 8%, and about Bamunchem 4.281 billion euros are increasing by 1%, and Liverpool 4.207 billion euros are increasing by 0.4%, and Arsenal 4.010 billion euros are increasing by 29%, and about PSG and they did this one. Yeah, church, I'm breaking it down. Not you're touching it down. Now you're knocking it down. Not me patron, I mean breaking it down. And for myself by now, your friend Alvaro Carreras, me patron due to Real Madrid contract equals June 2030. Deal no aye done. Why agree? So far Madrid I launched a bid of 50 million euros and they come out with agreement with Benfica. Deal no by 24 to 48 hours. Madrid Petman announce not by the Papa Club work on the pier. As so aye kama and no idea by me churchamo as so adama mutmadian so not me patron I'm fun to a name. Ese urama nanu Somalia Samuel to JJ Okocha emo ekobo game African Legends game panawe no omo tisi krom ekoye shopping so kakra na wotwa omo na atiasi krom a omo ye shopping atwa ma bibia eso atimi ayekama eno na opema wotwa Emmanuel Adebayo ena ne namu awokwara ma bibia eso atimi ayefamfan na urama Egyptian league na prawe na so asema se Egypt Egyptian Football Association Egyptian Championship no congratulate Egypt say na aje na mom ukwa pyramid for so celebrate so na aje league no dem say alifo na so me Zamalek po ka say for foreign referee mra Zamalek amo the batcho Egypt for na say Ali amo sa game no until some 3 points free Ali 4 points no some 3 points na pyramid na Egypt league no mache na momunye Ali na so Ali for the Egyptian Football Association eno declare as Egyptian Championship no into celebration no eguso etotwa ma bibia aso atimi ayekama eno ede baye jejamo aso ede amamo so na Morocco Jamaican so far the Formula 1 Grand Prix no Morocco na so far a South Africa initiative bisa South Africa and Rwanda na person Formula 1 ebi na so far uko Morocco se so eba bia petu Formula 1 because no $1.2 billion project and na so far omanya private investment $800 million na etim dia na sante no no for Formula 1 Grand Prix be create 10,000 jobs Morocco and edi mama bia aso etima fine eno eje dawa ye chechamo aso edi amamo dwumade so na epren ko yanga mami fanto so far TP Mazembe right backer ye fa Ibrahim Keita anya wie esapan wo mra me patuma emfa mo 23-year-old right back no na be replace Jao Kwasi amabia so ayekama eno eje dawa ye de Mauritania FC Nouadhibou na Mauritania league no omo eje na mpacho nchiremu nie onso urama Hilal from Sudan ekobo Mauritania league ni bi na onse entokwa ekoso Sudan entomo kobo as a guest omo na nkaji league no na so yase de ade wonu wodie enya de kom de no mukọ ekobo bia mo ajaye mfama mo na emum FC Nuadibu na omu firi omo na toso second entomo enya de league trophy na mo Mauritania eno eje dazo a ya de mam yenyina sune mfa nsama wodo a ya boba no na wian ewo Fakye TV so abra Fakye Sports ejigum se madam tugum ya breaking it down no ya bash digital satellite adaroma na ya din sama wodo be down na wian na bash say so far ya ball various leagues awie na UEFA Champions League final ne trabe ofe ne trabe ode eno chifa club world cup ne trabe ofe isaso games outdoor Manchester United friendly games some ball any pre-season games upenya decoder papa bash digital satellite wo and abenya decoder wow was the decoder there utwani jabe traja wadwo ne ho na decoder nso oto a and think confirm think com decoder ne hiti enya hwehwehwem scratches money ade prefer decoder ho say bia LMB no bia dish bia remote open one nyina no penya bi was so office with decoder ne how with decoder no nya problem hotel ho oba pharmacy restaurant and as a pub wa ofena obeba no be service ne kama adama decoder business na pesa o ya oba be chirechiro mum utu akoton a oba no betuma be fa be bra akoton ma bibia aye kama bash digital satellite o kuma say aprepo junction udrupe friend wo 0556 287757 0556287757 ofena broad junction wa ewa prepo junction so pekotoko junction anase chipumbo huno freno na nini komana bianye kama daruma ena na we simple mu fitam hutamo ejeja mabra international ABOU DIABY ni team ne de akanya to aso e de amamo.
All right, so I can say call from Luther case away Jana and also ABOU Juma kama pebwa mane makoye pe timi ede emawa ya de hon 7 rame timi rama sidan ko from fatala insecticide spray and call maka etimi area chose neno e was obo modern na unye no bi isu na no ebo mane makoye pe timi rama ni nyina na so da wa obeti wasum no wadana no zampa ere tuntum na bejuma otun sa probeti onayo na jeze adene ha adwen ne nyesa meka sai wanya kanchima bia o chew nchen a one no ekoba ne ade a na ekwa eze ya na mboa edi fatala insecticide spray ne call no gibi omko no so a more than 12 hours ejana na so ebo ejuma embo tutu obi ana ne ababa be wura ohini mu akwa koma okata eno echi spray no yusu bia e mademo yehwam ekun so groso ekun tonton ekun wansana ezen kum nei no na chese tefre aboa bia kaseri ni mu no ebe yiri efi omo amoto aduane ewo kwan wono de kra oba ore fa kakra spray obo so ore be hwema and once bia amba etime ma me he no na abedwa ma so a fena aba ne yedi eti also tu aramona obo mode kokoji bi na eboa mana ma koyie pa etimi edi ema me pacho woro wani echemu enso wo maso abenya dodo na atu akwakoton ti mu ane mo provision shops no me pacho eye fatala insecticide spray nko no na aba obefa number ina ba bi obi ano wetimi awda na yedi bi abrɛ 0599 315600 0599 315600 nembwa na ne mandeda ye pa etimi enfamanti ko na kokoje na tutu yande da di enfama dro no so maka zo ya bayo na wo ya brantie na beja na so ABOU adwuma eyedro ba kope na dino eya muzupi heba mixture me pa cho tie di ye eya muzupi heba mixture baby girls no ma baby ncheche enye de eba sara sudua befie enkonko ye yo ho ne ma bia emma waye ni ngu ni nyina zo yo ba awara nsu fita bi fuade ne mu ba ebaron ka kredi eche ama ho ne yo hene wadua ama na ye kro enanso ama no ne be ma ehia odi aje okumio me ba twa basa ya na ade na reho e wozo obo modern na wo ye tutie ni ye na agro ne koso ana ya kono ne ade na aboa ma bibia enso aye dedede na ama ni je no etimi ewie peti amuzu pia rubi no so ekokoje me darling boys no muntie ni ye ojonso na emu apai ojonso na moje di echi ojonso otese pampan na edi echi no ano eden avezo san jonso a ya na ote se ya obi ewuma na won zampa ode ade na akwa akwohye bibi bone emboa ma won so no unja na so ma ne ma de da yie pa etimi emfa ma onturi ekọ na kokoje amuzu p heba mechari bi mumo na agbugba bo se meboa ama won so no wagi awon na so na nsawanso na agu ono ayi hu nyina efio umu wadi mu akwa user nkwa akache baby girls nsense ma he na ade na prekese ni wiri de be ze nkosa ha ma ho ni ntwa smooth ze nei no ye de yi kakra fa ho na ya ade no na aboa na ne ma dadi dia be sa ma twede no emu aye den amuzu p heba mixture na kokoji bi na bobo na wo wiare aseda no ebe mame izanze edi nkofo akegina mu a aboa ma mo gyo mo na so a nema eko kama pretimi ede mama dro no oye mame ana papa na nso ye adwumade a wonye bi na agbo a eboa na wogia won na so na nema adaye pedi amaro ani chemo heba pharmacy shop bia obabo mo de etimi agibi o pedodo na nso atua for ani echemo amuzu heba clinic odo ani echemo tafo inshaye so na muzu junction no obo mo de na aboa ama nema de di pedi ama na mbaro fa ne doc ni nkomo na ka ha no beboa na nema de di rama 0247 776743 0247776743 na hyehyɛ no ended the year so no etimi emfama na ne Dawood Heba Hospital Dr. Dawood Sebra na brabe Roman asoe no mboa ema wongina won na so na ne man koye pa etimi emfama nkomodidie ne simple oye be ma na wade no trikojo keja na chese mboa mantoto ye ne da year so no etimi emfama kama pa na mun komo ne sere ne ma no esi etie no odindro bia bedwa man so a eye mienu na adwuma pon ya ade anu edimpa onko todwe ye oya wadwonku ye oya osisi ye ocha wachibemu ye oya oto ye oya obebia ye oya mepacho unya Dawood ointment na o de fawa na wanom Dawood 360 capsules no Dawood ointment no bebi oya ya no fafa ho na nom Dawood 360 capsules no na bonsampa ujan na so amane makoye di ama din nsamra na ye de bono no esawini na duro no ezanzo kompatamu ankofo kwakwa efu adwuma na omo de sra na bom ogina ma no wuzampa oye adwuma oba bedo de sra na bono oda na form driver so kwakwa kutuka na wasra na bono Dawood ontome Dawood 360 capsules no eboa mane ma da ye pa etimi edi ema me pacho emu nkomo no do wani chemo pharmacy shop over the counter herbal shops ojibi fadok number no na ni nkomo no mbo doc apart from jimie ya bia no obo modesa 0244 886437 0244 and 0201 681717 0201 681717 yehera ye na homra ne yanko na ma menkenkan messages ne kakra on Facebook na ye koba ya bomode de aka eruamu kama pretimi era manto adwenche no obetimi afawo na afi on the WhatsApp line no 0207543637 Adu Vincent ABOU, my friend, please, how are you doing? I'm doing very well, Vincent. How are you too? The coolest Foster. Hi, boss. Please, good afternoon to you and your crew. Just here to remember you that today is all about Chelsea. And then I'm that the time ni na mamo. And I'm ranking DC. I'm DC boy. Watch you live for my maintain. I dare Luther King. I dare Ken for a t-shirt. I don't understand, but it seems they or red second no do t-shirt na bako ebebe no poku imano all the way Madrid Kwame J high and all the young range Khalifa from Swami Visca Basa and a YBL Kwesi Abades. Please register Luther King for me. Mate me never can be na wababi but on also a big artist so ntino em say ha no na big guiding konfoama omaye ya Rudy Rich update from Real Madrid Chisa MON-FRI keep the fire blazing Nana Kwame bless up update on Real Madrid transfer and after King Kozi G transfer update from Liverpool Dennis Nkoa good afternoon international DIABY Papa DIABY I now understand why CR7 is leaving Al Nassr. Initially, the league was not at the competitive. So all what they were thinking about was market value, brand, and money. But now, there are better players in the league. His bitterness rival, Al Hilal, are winning trophies apart from the brand 2 years down the line. And he couldn't win any trophy for his club, but Benzema has done it. Abu, this reminds me of a blessing by act, by force, blessing by science. We Lionel Messi fans can now count our blessing and name them one by one in the so-called basketball league in US. Messi is going to enjoy FIFA Club World Cup, but Open Eye is seriously looking for his missing 1,000 goals. Stephen Amahe, Fakye Sport, MON-FRI, Kwesi, Fakye. I'm enjoying the show live from Agona Odoben, Fakye Sport, Fry Mojisono, Ramon Fuamfo, Douglas, Liam Delap is a delightful talent who is, in my opinion, will flourish at Chelsea, provided they sign him. Per chances missed by Jackson, Delap would make the job done. Yes, the standard of Chelsea has declined, but no one should underestimate the Conference League. And Allegri to AC Milan will be something to work. Douglas and Kranzabunu is not the Ramo. Joseph Eshon. I'm Joseph Eshon, Fakye Sport. You are ruling the country with your fat and figure. No side. Luis Nana Mwakwata. Good evening, Fakye Sport. Congratulations to my darling club Chelsea for the massive win over Betis yesterday. Blue is the color. Football is the game. We are together. Winning is our aim. Where are the Abonkele United fans? I'm Louisa, aka Something Sweet, watching live inside GC Bank, Asin Fusu branch. Need your do no. Nana J. Abua raised Doma, Junior Baby Jet, watching live from Doma in Kro. Good job. Dochi Samu ask Luther King for me. When his team Arsenal is going to win a major European trophy? Chelsea has just won a trophy yesterday. You also Eddie no. Daniel Kwame Teria, congratulations to Chelsea for winning the cup. My greetings to Gina Chairman at Axim. Martin Nedio no Eddie Era no. What's to Abu? Please tell Martin Luther King to join a better team at Ransford Hardy. Quality time, more fire. Your bomb more than 80 Eddie Era no. Do zoro to me join here now do the anaba. Eba making kind 80 Eddie Amana boa. Now to yana da ye pray the amount. Mamrena men na more quick. Me ba pa be a phone e crado. Ye Romuna fe di akibia. Ye timi da to aso di amamo. Ye den
Centroni, many Babusia dear, a ban and tonton, and the Muamoa Caseni will Mudia, Yan Wanton Quanta, Yapai, Esan say, yet the Fatala insecticide spray and coil and a coal. Nadia Kume, our Fatala Honest say, a junker, a wet tree. Corner so osa, don't read, do ansana, asa, a face so, and Pumusia cry. Fatala insecticide spray and coil, and yana our memu babia. Stores and Ketua, any Akasia Nemo, a boost to say, chapeau, baby, I will be a the big push him more brewa, Yanja was she, Anne, a free. Fatala in, insect out.
FDA, I get the incredibly atom.
Out now.
T Guama Yebujma T on joining also by joining on Fakye TV on Facebook Koba which are message you know na mahena making kind of kama pedi I'm on YouTube Fakye TV Gabriel also ya can kind of kama pa me Eddie Ama Nanyama added a year so Eddie Amo Bibia wa joining or here Emil Smith MON-FRI and a bomb more than etimi Eddie Erama a boamanema koyepa etimi Eddie Eman I'm also there Ransford Hardy a rock at the back Jonathan Ta signed for Bayern until 2029. Wishing him all the best. Yo, Emmanuel, I'm watching live from Akoko chemist. I have from Totroso, MON-FRI ABOU, Radford Hardy, Ozzy, they are not even ashamed of their team playing Conference League. And they found CBI is here. Once a trophy na ball margin on Quadia, Utumuza and Pa are not Eddie Manema Koyepa, Edema Benjamin Kwanzaa, was there against Funina experiencing the red sky. Hey, and a Dick Nimaxon watching live from Minnesota, USA, and I'm also quoting. And so I join here, bro. Me jiri se boko de boga kwikoten no. Me memman pa no boga kwikoten. Muze ni dino ne honam ne yade a. Ese boa manema daddy so etimi ereman kama pa. Good evening, Fakye TV. Please update me on a fair transfer to Liverpool from all days in Swahim and Kwanta no the pomo de ramo. Ozzy ABOU and Baba ABOU watch you live from Atunsu. Chelsea triumph in the Conference League is nowhere closer to our second position in the Premier League. Trophy now Chelsea are any closer to second position in the Premier League. We the Gunners are going for treble next season. Yo mate, Omrana Momeje. I'm ABOU watching live from Mankesim Fakye Sport. You are the best. And hi, good evening, Fakye. I'm Nana Yao Asset. I'm watching you guys live from Sehu Kwame Teria Chrome in the Bia West District, Western North Region. Fakye TV, you are the best in Ghana now. Yeah, I say hello, Fakye TV. I'm Kelvin Stenner from Techima. More updates on the best football club in the world, Real Madrid. And also, the Aram. Good afternoon, Abu. I'm watching you live from Ajuma Con. Update on Real Madrid. They be Ramet near the amount. Hello, Abu. Good afternoon, Fakye Sport, no size. I'm Kabiru. Please update me on my darling team, Real Madrid. And greetings to my baby girl, Rakia. Oh boy, in a short child. Now, in Romania, the Abibza Bibi Abo call there.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Adumra na ekrokra munti. E hoye, so hoye.
Me hoye pa no.
Fire. Ejuma ni nyina na waye no. Ti be fine.
The special one.
ABOU DIABY, the international man.
The special one.
ABOU DIABY.
AK Professor.
Yaba.
I am your show, pa.
Amen.
One I am your show, boys.
Amen. Uncle Swano, which is and come. And then I will message be the Mao, any Afrifunia, and our dear free be our dear free.
And then Fatwa Sumane.
Well, who, a dear partner, he beat me, like Umu, that's son. Call Ben, I'll beat me a tea, I would tea we are. A mouse spirit, I call from mood, as it would then beat me, and you would, like saying, can't you see where you, but call Ben, I'll beat tea, emit my damn spirit.
I be come with the already. Kobia wetie ama wa buffo.
Yeah.
But I quite times
you free.
Me tie ma me buffo me me tie se me ma me ododo na.
Okay.
Ya na me tie sa call na pe. Na bibi amu bia no. Na say amama ba ma ye den.
Get it.
Abuni ade no.
I get it. Koko asem ni nyina hetia wa. Ye ka ye ko ba nyina wi yare ne hwanhwan ne sa ne ma ne nyina afua. Ana ne nyina yesika. Se momi fro fufie se yare wo ho ana bibi asi na ye pekakra de akwa akoso to no wa nya bi ama e ha adwene especially se osan ye be maka ho a responsibility ne was so and na me ba na masman pese me ka kire wo ene de ho hwe eti nyina ne say whatever you are doing to fight against poverty, take it serious. Ade bi a wo ye e de akon atia ohia atu ase de afi wo anka so wa brabo me no abusua brabo mu fa ne serious. Na fa ni odi di achi abo ahia enya ade pa. E betimi afro fufi, you will be in a happy mood. But sika ketewa bi ade bekwa akoso to bibi a wa anya amfa ankon. Na dampe spirit asay bibi enti esro tumfo nyankopon se onto yensam sika, abo sika. Na so won fa so pa, to nhire no onto yensam sika. Enti whatever you are doing, yes, to fight against poverty, take it serious. Abusua ni da wo so. Na ye bibi fa bo a ho fa bo abusua se be ya Udi no sikasem nti ense ide ne mfama ojam bibia e fine yenko yanim ne ni nkomo
ate yakọ anim
andra me na wota na ne di nkomo na me gina board na ni ma me besi fam na me ka kire wo say Chelsea and Italian managers den a Enzo Maresca ebefa Conference League, you know, at the Chelsea. Lo and behold, why yet into perfection. I was thinking game no ebeye a slight margin victory. I predicted a 2-1 win for Chelsea. Said Chelsea team no omo ball. Me who kwan on be first one. On make it put clean sheet against Pellegrini any the Real Betis team. It is a game na say Real Betis enya first goal. So we had a build up to the goal. Isco modern boy what done this season. We not find that match when it matters most. Or saying enya that fantastic assist Edema Ezazuli. Emma Unya sa first goal in the Real Betis. Now I knew say a Chelsea ever be taken a winning match. No, tina minim say omo kwa kofa. But for them to win 4-1, I never saw that coming. As a matter of fact, minim say Chelsea but to score 4 goals against Real Betis, ma who say ABC by far from the start of the competition, ever pim and drag. You bought the final match. The best team are not all Europa League and as a Conference League, not a Chelsea. And here, Kunyina no be a air predicts. Chelsea stand the chance to say obetime winning. Sometimes finals, then you might be 80 minutes Sunday. When you know big boys and it drew stage and you might hear man, they can deliver. I am very happy for Enzo Maresca, happy for Klilik, happy for Todd Bowley, and call for because over 4 project or more to this a young project. One for the future. Chelsea na yedin in common and yes smaller club. And Chelsea team nye team ketu abeka say omo hye project for the future. Omo ye club they will build future but they think of present. But the current administration they sat down and realized after the change over omo ye new owners, omo principles, omo ideologies and omo philosophy on person they run a club. So they want to go into a long-term project. They will sign young boys and make sure say in no time in the next 4-5 years, we team take center stage of it. Some of us are sitting here, I criticize it or anyhow, or we invest in a project, but they understand what they are doing. And I think it says our project in be a starting fee, and then kakranka be a page adequate for them. They are satisfied. So I'm not so surprised. Say after Enzo Maresca aiding in common, or say they are no more person or my and or my. When you want to become a big team and as a champion, you need to start from somewhere. Make sure, say, overbuild the BB at the amount before you get to that Champions League status. To many the big boys, Real Madrid, any of the other teams, that you say Champions League or more Gina compete. You need to make sure you instill a winning mentality into the minds of these boys. Say, omundu that stage in Omeka say, ye cry ya BB that. Before see a run, yen saw some medal be mu. Internet say about final match you slow. You bet him no be a competed there. So a plus in terms of project now or any muniema. Now Adena Chelsea it boils down to the conversation. They be a idea. Now Leo Arsenal at the barbershop conversation. When you look at time at Wally ending in cup for never Chelsea, any the investment or my team player wise or my Thomas spend it more than the Arsenal are spending in that period. But in terms of big names, in terms of players, these are winners. I don't ever on board. Arsenal ato or as compared to the Chelsea ato. But Chelsea in that period, I'm making sure said, am I successful? They've won a silver medal and also a medal, not just ordinary medal, European medal. And Omaji EDSU Manaso. Abakosamo catches for the first time. About 5 EPL clubs are a winning trophy in a single year. But we Arsenal for me, we saw what kind of message. Now say Arsenal fan be say placing second, better than send over the Conference League. Team desire to know. But the truth of the matter is that as same way I may be diabolical, controversial, but I'll say it. Chelsea is the second most successful club in England when it comes to European football. In terms of Europe, Chelsea are the second most successful. And they are bigger than Manchester United in Europe. Hey. In terms of European glory. And brought trophy now Chelsea and left here. And Wamoko 10 when it comes to trophies or Magic Europe. When himself man for a breakdown, Abeka Chelsea Conference League there. Kweku. Your boy, a for an trophy in the match.
And on a mass 7 hour kind of crime.
Yes. Why did the trophy in the match Chelsea? UEFA
yeah.
Competition is sanctioned by UEFA and not sanctioned by UEFA.
Sanctioned by.
I'm more recognizing a major competition now. I'm more recognizing. So a finito.
I say beat the BH.
A bit the BH. It is a whole funny sir. It is true. And they say what call. You can say what's the name? Olympic Games. Any other. In him so BG gold me now just silver and now bronze. Then the man does one. The Awaji gold me the was at the same. That is true. It is understandable. Often from that angle, I agree with you from that score. But in terms of European titles, now imagine, as far as a gold medal, gold will be a gold. Yenka say ko Olympics, no, obi ko 200 meters aji gold. Into one now ko swimming, I will gold because swimming. I will form say 100 meters into gold, no. I will form. You count two gold.
But UEFA Champions League, more magic.
Chelsea are 2.
Man United are
3.
And UEFA Super Cup.
Chelsea are 1.
United are
2.
And UEFA Cup. The Europa League.
Yes, 2.
United are
1.
And Conference League. The Omombo.
Chelsea are 1. Okika omo trophy ni boma Manchester Liverpool ne dikan oguda I think 13 with my productions so betimi abo ma Chelsea and rather no obeje no the European trophies adu 10 Manchester United were around 8 okika ni nyina boma omo wosoro esen omo enye this one the obia age number of European trophies are omaje no Manchester United were Chelsea Liverpool ne lead in terms of European trophy the whole team in terms of European trophies clubs naje England, Liverpool, they are the biggest. Or Majesty will be and that's no. Or the Andra Chelsea, the Anakan one now, Omudu 10. As at Andra saying it, Liverpool 10. Chelsea at the 1, Abba become and 10. Manchester United, they know. What they almost super cup, the 2 become who 8 and a 12. So in terms of Europe, Chelsea are more successful. With European trophies, I would imagine the only trophy. Manchester no Europe say Chelsea Champions League na waji 3 waji 2.
Per the whole country say Nottingham Forest bigger than Arsenal
in terms of Europe
by Europa.
And until Nottingham for any 2 champions of Europe you only sing it 1 actually Man City for no. Omushia Arsenal no market the champions of Europe you never sing that. Omu di boost to omu market them say champions of Europe Champions League they are 22 times. Manchester City what 21. That's what I said, a diabolical, a controversial, a debatable, which me far from the angle opposite. But numbers don't lie. These are figures. These are numbers. And even I'm me 3 in America. Numbers, none that screen so I will help. That is the numbers. These are the numbers on your screen. They are numbers, ne can never
That is a book on Ditro.
Book on Ditro.
Okay.
When you printing press, book ne do we buy. Kunti Europe no baby a Chelsea for no do omo na yasini even in their worst moment omo dey gi European trophies Arsenal in their best moment the omutimi ya say omo gi Real Madrid free more semi-finals. That is what Arsenal does in their best moment. But in a game you share and to be very honest with you I am not so surprised say your ball match na no me gina haka say be Chelsea Moises Caicedo no approve beyond reasonable doubt to say now say you dey Chelsea in nkomo na you can say Chelsea are spending £2 billion the current administration, amount of world-class player, he is trying to tell us 115 million a Chelsea spending on a market, and a normal circumstance, the top world-class players, all but Chelsea, not on your world-class, but this time around, or in the 9AC world-class position. Then do a Joko after the game, or say between 2 boxes, he is the best midfielder in the league. He is the closest they've seen to Kante. Hey! The closest I've seen to Kante.
Moises Caicedo.
Koku say, when the game, every blessed day, Obabo match, there is an improved version of the Oye Endran, and that is a sign of a quality player. Player who move into a class. Eye Obia, the Wayan and Neno, Adechina Oba will improve upon that, and that is the position around the Moises Caicedo, Agent Endra, and as you see. And after the game, or seen it in or die anytime you about dying it. Na last match be our star we are the Shegu. Okay, do ye edit our bomb off. It was the last match or the Koshegu and then Endra or couple final match. Had the last game for Chelsea or McCallan and or sign called dying it. Kuku are saying another go at the Aboa Chelsea. I will need trophy. I feel say Caicedo also deserves some praises and say Obi Awaji Chelsea best player of the season. All climax this season. Final match, important game. Now, Osenya, that beautiful goal, no, or this also my Chelsea winning trophy now. Why are they for Cole Palmer? Big boys, yes, man, big moment. Yabo game, no, by 50-something minutes. Let Chelsea any game, no, they needed somebody to turn up. And Ochre said, Chelsea team, no, so Obu Owa Obetima Gine said, he is the man for the big occasion now. So our picture there also the Manchester City, the Super Cup, one of the Manchester City, they only go. They scored to make sure so on the shares are good. And this time around, Conference League for Chelsea, when it matters most, and I bet for say they are cruising to victory. Chelsea needed a magician to turn things around in a space of 4 or 5 minutes. No produce 2 important assists. At the Ama, Abrante friends Enzo Fernandez and then Nicholas Jackson. I'm a game not turning into Chelsea favor. I believe say the Omoye season winning that they deserve something. Say a young team Omo try I put to themselves in Champions League football next season. They deserve a silverware and also a medal. The ABOU. Correlations to Clubber, the DIABY Chelsea. Now it comes to and Komana Abba say 30 million. Omo ye we switch down strike a friend and Delap. But the truth of the matter is, me nim the Utu Maresca ene nenko fo ene obu project no omo ye no. So qualify for Champions League. Who here Champions League one can there. We or a Europa League, any Conference League standard. No disrespect to Liam Delap. But I believe that a club of Chelsea profile, any baby a team no arise here drew and maybe a chama nim almost status and almost standard. And Yemen Nigeria in the last couple of years. Don't forget, so all clubs are last 4 years. Or Magic Champions League, Chelsea na ye didn't come on or can a only change of administration. And I'm as a Chelsea, no, I Chelsea for Froby. But we saw back into Champions League football. Not Champions League night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. I was Stamford Bridge. I was big stadium. Who do we are say? Now so always Madrid teams obey to me share or Madrid debate me share 2 English clubs. I will group phase no. Chelsea eka those teams are obey to me share. So over kwako match out Santiago Bernabeu. Big night. You need monsters leading your attack. And yet Liam Delap. So who Nicholas Jackson? Now the Liam Delap ever can one the same thing.
Nah, I nearly say.
I am not saying say almost style of play, almost profile the same. Meaning, baby, I'll be free, and somebody will tell you, say, SH Town, player was 12 goals for SH Town, all the number Chelsea, the numbers with Marcos. So I agree perfectly.
And I will
you could be that.
The money is unique in his saying home.
I agree. But you have be that. How's the folk echo to Mahatma Otu? How's the folk to Mahatma Otu from Sporting Marine, right? Or more relegation and a house echo to Mahatma Otu. Or more for Mahatma Otu. House supporters need to say, player and the team are echo relegation and Marco Fandenaba. But those are not following at any more than what ordinary said there is something unique in him. That's I didn't buy any story. Different story will be any history or where them house of book. So I agree, say players can come from lower division as a club at one pay for me. No about the yard. But I am looking at the profile of Chelsea. Nicholas Jackson, more than now, what boss say Eddie Ama Chelsea. Any numbers not the Ama Chelsea. No. Now they echo to and some Enzo Maresca any come on near Dean and say maybe a term not Chelsea team name hono. The all film where the all baby shame. Now I believe say with Champions League football are Chelsea what they can use to attract big boys our transfer market. Nanka Chelsea could have gone in for a big profile. And that's how Jadon Sancho more any other players am Marco. Raheem Sterling Mulo no ba. Obese you are offloading a lot of burden from wage bill no so. And he said Raheem Sterling emoji in excess of 250,000-300,000 pounds a week. We just such player and the free team no man. You can pay 250,000 to 300,000 to a top striker like Victor Osimhen. Market no. The amount of money Napoli demanded now 60 million in SS for Abrante friend Victor Osimhen. Now TSS he can Eddie Osimhen, but he is a proven player, a top striker in the world footballer here this year. That speaks volume for you. So when it Madrid bo, when it Man City bo, when it Bayern bo, now striker or that way nimno. Victor Osimhen Kuku at the fear factor ever two defenders. Kobo Champions League Tuesday night, Wednesday night, big stadium, atmosphere intimidating. Or striker or starting out Nicholas Jackson. You free bench Liam Delap. And now the all started Delap. You free bench Nicholas Jackson. I think it's the investment at Chelsea you know. They need somebody that will help them reap profit at their free investment. No, so at the sooner stage, not the time behind a project. I'm not saying he's not a good player. He is a good player or one in the making, a potential quality player, a potential top striker. So when the game, any movement, how we moving into spaces, the potency out front, anyhow clinical, he has that signs of becoming a top player. It is not all time. And we players are my year, Manchester City Academy, you know their play and kwada on. Sometimes you need a motivator in the dressing room. You need a big boy in the dressing room. Andra, time at Chelsea that for James Ebam in the second half. You could see him calling the players, telling them something. Say, we need to turn things around. He's a leader. And sometimes you need a leader and leaders in your dressing room. People who will speak a bit ginger atmosphere. Our dressing room, our club, for results. Not disrespect to Leandela. He's a good player, one in the making. But I think it's a baby a Chelsea, Gina, and then the Moya with Champions League football. At that at least they should have gone in for a potential and also a top quality player, a prolific striker, or a class who need team for Champions League 9 footballer ever. Once again, so with the fourth position, league log. So at the next season, you try to better that and compete well. So you need strikers who will be able to give you more than 20 goals in a season, not 12 goals, any 13 goals, one player and age, and then the from a friend or adapt any. These are things that I believe Chelsea is bigger than that, and the owners of the club need to sit down, have another rating. Now, I'm say you season in the same and on by.
When you bring the you know, says he has a report in England, but he said a virus kind.
Tomato.
I was on one na ono mo de neba but on come na udi ni na me de ma yini ze ayifu e ba yi ma ye yo mo but kogwe come here is at least omo achieve omo target bi o
yeah omo Champions League football now omo say European trophy e dey ka ho
is that way na make no sa unya homegrown players we no na de omo be share squad ni ma na ko we go
ye pe Champions League aja see home
no but so be team now say Liam Delap nye bad player
and am say
we all turn on.
My catcher was
Odi here we are. Balance
it is true. And no
homegrown player.
Honest, in terms of investment, I don't know but the true Chelsea fans who know club, almost status, anyway, more. A Tuesday night football, Santiago Bernabeu. Chelsea in Madrid, Madrid, Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, so Rodrigo na Nkono na. We mu na Madrid na nim. Chelsea nim Nicolas Jackson, Liam Delap.
Abiba, more Chelsea fans and NTS say Roman Abramovich in pencil.
It is true.
They start around New King.
Now no me new
New King.
New law. Me new din komo we I think last week and I'm catching say honest no my ban for front say can you a different thing. So sabi say can you want to see Chelsea in the position with now on Nisika and all you yanko be at say but you have money in 4 or 5 transfer period. What spend the 2 billion our market? I think I was this guy said world class status. Only world class player about 22.
More so about next 3 years. He turn as Kabibri. Kweku. Because honest no my banner more. I
agree with you. The Omo in terms of commercial side, it makes sense to their pocket. But as Chelsea fans are Omone felt their clubs should be competing toe to toe with the big boys. And now also about Champions League. So many just a Champions League football Tuesday, Wednesday night. Ball. They need players who will create atmosphere. Oh, my go Pramano so. Ebema fans on my band. Everyone say way intimidating atmosphere. Opponent to be ever obesu. And in the ninth, one a big team there, Bonali and Delap, Nicolas Jackson, Andrew Jackson. Where Timia for ball from Chelsea have. I ran this out, I ran Yakwa to know about Nashiki.
Oh, just fans and more I say other team.
So,
say
baby, Omujinano,
Oma Sandia trophy.
Omania power and commit me the attracted big boys. Even Manchester United will be 15th. Asian select side, the Asho Oma, Amorim Mwenya Bro Mukra, still our moto, among 18 come for big players. Still, 15 position or 18 come for big players. How much more who are Champions League? So I think they are not being fair to the fans of the club.
But Gabriel Timam, wherever they UEFA Conference League, you know, more abomodi on my walls, no more confirming players are presented their mom. Timinim DVD kind of na Yahweh Aquanim. But best player Aquarium is great team of the season, no. And a goalkeeper Philip Jorgensen, Sabali, ABOU, Nathan, Gosens, Enzo Fernandez, Isco, Sessler. And Palmer Pululu na say Obaba body ama DR Congo no and talk mark the omone players and the omudine remu team of the season no and ne kwaku omabo modern dia ba no saa pɛrɛpɛ na esi teɛ ɛna yɛso kɔ player of the season 2024-2025 Roman Alancon-Soares Isco ɛna akɔ ɛde ama no na yɛsi ne aope playmaker aberante ɛfɛ ne Tobias Gulliksen na Gulliksen ɛbɔ edwuma ɛrema Joe Garden Boboko no ɔno na yɛso yɛ playmaker na young player of the season on two rama na kyese no ye de ramu kama pɛ de amana ye de ramu de amana me ba isu na ma unze o ma sha se de giant screen ne ba Paris Saint-Germain mo stadium o ti ne president no kokɔhwɛ na redwuma mo ye no we kyese me na nya agro kra no be di
unze you fans were release two teams no mo find out mo players no said ye bo obi e di no o ma release me de ma production crump said the PSG edin said the pronunciation in UEFA o official we no ma release the players no ba Champions League final o mu di no pese o bo na o bo ni ye nto ma kire o ma team kama u be hu di na o bo ni yi
kebecha Kvaratskhelia
ti said the way o be hu the ball internet ni adi ni na cross UEFA for na release the kama yeah o be hu Ashraf Hakimi Desiree Doué
Fabien Ruth.
Oh, I see. Wow. Oh, okay.
Oh, Ramon Diado.
We say player mention ya boa mo pa unti we move away fan to next week say ya player mention
it's nice
yeah ti Inter dey sunje
Francesco Achedi
ti Achedi
Arnautovic Kahan Ogu
yeah
Stefan Duvray
Denzel
Dumfries Lautaro Martinez Eric Mickey Taya
Mehdi Tarami
Marcus Thuram. Oh, it's a nice is that the best show we na boa mane makwe. Kwagu bibi aboko de.
Opani nyankopa zom me ho ye na onso e.
Ja me zom ho ye. Ba ma me ko ebu akwa uzo ko wa police station e wo.
Okay.
And is Sergeant Sebastian Owusu Enan. The name is Enim.
Okay.
Sergeant Sebastian Owusu Enim. E wo ebu akwa police station. Sergeant chia we pa. You show on bring the agro.
Fantastic.
There's a sergeant klanya abi ko ba be to. Ọbaba be to show ne dia call anti sergeant ma menchia on evidence mo ne mo buejuma mo na mo boy ho man ne ade a wagu
opani
ma me ramu kakra ne nkwe
ma me ramu wo Boston won na menchia ye apia kwadwo Saviola no ansi ha no waye US burger also no popi mo ye monitoring nti no ma menchia Saviola wo Boston na afi menchia 7 e wo kona ono nso e hwe show nti menchia o mienu na Bibi anti benya kama. Sometimes we are footballer now see so say obobo na ho. Nti I'm hoping say a branch friend of Francis Twene show no ende. Di be no me friend no.
Isco.
Nti on my way enhye no kran ende. Isco free Real Madrid no. He went through hell almost a year without a team. But now Conference League we've seen what he's been able to do. Into a young guy, we a footballer, whatever we are, when you obstacles, when you say was something like Ujinafakum, be and mean come from audience or Bomabu Debi, Memo Bomumu. That time, they say, build your inner self or prepare to make sure say the next big step near something big. Do you a young footballer or you be out here then be an answer what you mean there? As my catch on Memo Bomumu. No mabeba. But said the obetifa from no team come out of the 10 no and America say be team I come into a team about. He's won the best player in a year the Conference League. Very years I know out of the Spanish national team at the age of 33 years and was saying a call up into the Spanish national team. It tells you how I know my Enzo Sifa quach with them in recent times. Passing back or no Enzo with me. You must oh Sisua, these things will come by be able to me. I am not meaning how I normally see. My Camia, I said the Biana many special one bar near the controversy say bar. Couldn't say in the last baby 8 years based on points in the Premier League, any trophies won. And Zuma your best Chelsea's manager.
Yeah.
Since 2016-17 Premier League New Year. In 2017-18, Omuto was 5th. 30 points and a separate to one the winning league. No.
Oh, okay.
In 2018-19, Omo was also third. But in terms of points, 26 points and a separate to one the G League. No. The same thing over 2019-2020, Omo was also fourth with 33 points and separate to one the G. No. In 2021-2022. And 2020-2021 after 2021-2022 19 points. Then over back 2022-2023 45 points. Ne separate Chelsea and the G League. No more also that you also 12. 2023-2024 also sees 28 points. Ne separate two more and the G League. And this season also fourth. 15 points. Ne separate Chelsea and the G League. In the years time you will say in the 2020-2021 season, the Champions League, but the league points, Nanyuma Enchera and this from former team of Chelsea. But Enzo Maresca, he's been able to win the Conference League, regardless how you see the Conference League. He's what they trophy their match Chelsea, something that it will be on his CV forever. What they trophy their match Chelsea, and in terms of points accumulation in the Premier League, he's been better than all the managers of Chelsea since Antonio Conte and so the Premier League. No, was it Antonio Conte? He was the last person dealing in the match as well. He's been better than Obia.
Yeah.
It tells you what Juma and so what kind of one in now, and him being able to work with the system and the players are to ball in it clearly from the man. I think we are Chelsea for now, and now you're Chelsea for now. You need to embrace yourself. These are the things you go through, regardless how you see Chelsea was run under Abramovich in time past. And you need to understand and know difference a bomb and difference na bomb. No, this is the way we are going to move into your Chelsea. Here, start thinking that way because it seems they feel so much to players be bromatimia ba. Or more they needed results or more Chelsea no more here. If they are able to bring in a lot of players with 2 billion as then you must spend there, but still the Premier League they've not been able to win. No one to mean a trophy bia. But if you look at Enzo Maresca, the players are not available to him. And as he called Maspendi, not a single time. And now say Enzo Maresca was complaining about the players that are available to him. He was able to work with every single thing the man, and now he's achieved. I don't know what he achieved. My team friend Chelsea. So we are team owner. Now you still continue with your policies. And now there are a few policies. No, and policies in here then. Let's get Kwalano. When they come on board, gradually we'll build them into world-class players and say, they are winning something for us. And I don't know we are talking about Caicedo. When he came to the Chelsea, the first season was disastrous. But now, if you are talking about players, or maybe see a kind of Chelsea no more when some Joko and the far banten and any bona, you can testify to the fact that he's improved massively at Chelsea in FIVO. And it's something that because but moving forward, Enzo Maresca needs to understand game, and know decision making a key of football na ebonim. And no, if you say Chelsea and team we need the Conference League, then you want to Chelsea and team winning. To some extent, because he was talking about Reece James not being able to play a lot of games, but he is someone all managing. But if you look at normal Augusto Baye in the first half, the game no kwachiwa and because Gusto Achire he wants to attack as a right back, not to drift in. And as Omebo has inverted a midfielder. So if you look at a system now, the right back inverts to come and add up to a bunch of Caicedo to make sure more numbers were midfield. Yesterday he was not doing that. And Ojebo also on to me decisive passes. One of the 40 passes in a day team friend Chelsea a call in the first half or either from a Kabako. So he needs to understand that in these games, you need your best players to do the job for you. When they are done with the job, you can rest them. What prevented him yesterday from starting the club's captain? He is available. Watch out consistently, which of course, even this season, many or few times, Wabon won Vimvio. So watch out said that position, he is someone who bet me. He's not been afraid in Hano, but he's one of the 5 right fullback I'll bet me. And what trying so many times all Bono and Elmefredo. So it tells you that he's a player who needed him at the final. Give him the nod, Uncle Bo. After 70 minutes, when you see that the job is done, you can bring him out of the game. But if you decide to go with Gusto, these are the things you get in a game. And another thing he needs to understand and learn is the fact that Cole Palmer performs better when he is closer to the opponent 16-yard box. That is where the guy is dangerous. When he was flourishing under Pochettino, that was where he was playing. When Enzo Maresca buy, na all bar, na all share goals, na all impacted games, na all share goals. Chelsea, no. Even this season, I refuse. He was not that kind of player under Pochettino, under Maresca this season. He was able to give double digits in terms of goals and contribution. So it tells you that he's a fine player, and when he moves, Chelsea team entered to me movie. Yesterday in the first half, when Chelsea was non-existent, he was playing very close to a half wall. But when he was able to get on the ball, control the ball, dictate the pace of the game, he was able to impact Chelsea game. And look at the assist he gave upon your friend Enzo and Nicolas Jackson. These are the things we talk about. He is effective. He impact games when he's closer to the opponent box. And I think that moving forward, and then those things will come now by team friend Chelsea. But congratulations to him. With everything that he's been through, he's been able to win something. And now, every single Chelsea fan, Enzo, the words he was using after the Nottingham Forest game, he can even use more. Because in the last 8 years, in terms of points in the Premier League and winning something, he's been the best manager. So he can say whatever he wants to say. But because the bigger test next season, when you are in the Champions League, you are playing a lot of games. This time, he was playing in the Conference League. Relatively, he was able to balance the squad. On for players, maybe more Conference League, not for be more Premier League. But when you're in the Champions League, now games never take, ever tough, ever faster. You can't have that luxury of deciding who to play the Champions League and who to play the Premier League. You'll be compelled to bring your best players each and every single time. So I'm not fit into the kind of recruitment over here. The Lab is a player that you may say he's been able to give 12 goals in the Premier League. The first time playing the Premier League for a team that they rely solely on counter-attacking football. Limited number of chances and the players they create. A lot of goals were shared. A lot of chances are no one create because onya that make furthers they will create for him. You are liberty. You are right saying that. But this is Chelsea. They will be playing against teams those things you are saying in some games will be limited. Because when you are playing against Manchester City, Chelsea can't play the level of game they want to play. When you are playing against teams they sit deep, no making sure the channels are out far, two channels in air locked. These same things are going to happen. The Lab is not an upgrade over here, Brandt Jackson. He's a different profile. So for me, Jackson enjoy with the ball like he wants to play. So when you play him, either left or right, or the ball, but maybe your pepper no, and so left or the ball and so to me the amount. Or you will be your pen number 9 ball. The Lab will be okay playing the number 9 because he is a number 9. And the defenders that Ajuma so because he will be drawing deep. Said Jackson, a drop deep. Which of course, a Chelsea. But this is not a Chelsea team that you say this guy is coming in to come and help. I was thinking, Enzo Maresca and Crawford will listen to the former captain of Chelsea. When John Terry said, they need to invest in an experienced number 9 to get them the goals that they need, to get them to the level that they want. This Chelsea team is not that bad. Chelsea team, no, any bad as her. They need a top striker who will be able to bang in the goals for team and friend Chelsea, and they will be good to go. Because if you look at the game in Medford, Kai said, actually, no more for Fanamuna available. This is a strong team. They need to invest in their goalkeeping department. A place where I feel Chelsea and equipped enough and Timo. You get your number 9, a proper number 9, who will get in the goals for you. Jackson, Cole Palmer, other guys will add something to the goals, and you are good to go. That's the reason why a mommy who's a Delap deal is not something that I'm so much interested in. A lot of players will be leaving from Chelsea. Sterling, because they're not special one. Then Sancho, probably ABOU won't sign. These are players that they are taking huge sums of money. You are getting them off your wage bill. Why don't you get a branch a friend here, Victor Osimhen? I keep on mentioning his name because he is tried and tested. We are proven in the Serie A. We are quite proven in the Turkish Air League. Osimhen, if I have to put my last coin on someone with my perform more England, I'm going for Osimhen.
Why are you people against the decision? Say, yeah, the Lapo Bachers.
I'm not against it.
Obo EPL ni bidada. Switch crown when ya 12 goals. And Oba. On only league in any so there some who create any so homegrown player. And when ya sa players na only said the name City any other. So such a player never a young player between a ton and action or 22 or 23. Ozi enjoy no. Never one form. APS Kakese Kofu, we be already 27 years. Sorry, say they are used to that word.
Sure.
27 years, I said you feel a chroma. Maybe no of you need say. I didn't any easy, sir. Unim. Or cars already.
Me age I can know. I feel like I'm more 20 years.
I will move on.
I'm baby. Say normal.
So I'm on your bonnet.
Bonnie or my woman, I say. Unless they are not here to compete. I'm yet to know, say, Chelsea are not there to compete. But if they are there to compete, you fight the lap and compete for the Champions League. You fight the lap and compete for the Premier League. That is what I'm saying. If they are not here to compete, they are doing their project. When the cup comes, fine, imagine there. No comes about that. Because if you look at the Manchester City team, he is going to do investment. Probably that will invest in the team. No, Liverpool will surely invest. Arsenal for now home ye. Ateta what decided say this season no more from nano. Landing hop class be na the trophy and Tottenham aje Chelsea aje Crystal Palace aje Arsenal want to trophy. But who run enya de ha no. Inti bi on go fast strike am. By this team they will invest in their team. O catch them say the lab ubetimi aton. What if Oba no failure? If no air can ma or he can come to Obetimo by Chelsea no failure. That one too is a possibility.
And he is a young player. And you know, fitting no more. Say apart from football, no any class say about. Also, I read team no near money be a bebuamana tumpo. It is a financial fair play near there. Waba be floppy. And if so turn 10 million krana, put in the balance you books. I know you what about Osimhen have a quack of anaba? 70 something no Baba no so be flop.
Osimhen will never flop in the Premier.
Who's all known for but they like those bit me after.
Osimhen you tried and tested.
Chelsea homegrown baby, I'm person balance bit me balance.
Osimhen you tried and tested go.
Who now who is how only that na me ba. Wa try here adwumada. Any obi e kwa for the fever bia ba betra. Why na no
it depends on the the pedigree.
Oh, na ti uni mi na now ti be me fa bi pia me fa. Uni say edu ba bia utimba betra. Rich is the camera. Ba what na say na camera na capture. Meaning that they can watch us. Obi boy in a league dada. Any team I call relegation as to go. Momo person meji and want to me to see them.
Nobody saying say on your group play.
He had never played in the season.
I want make you think so about the ball. EPL remember.
Because of the output and the numbers whatever.
Turkey league.
It's not about the Turkish league.
Why in the Serie A? Even Serie A Turkey now can occur January. Circumstances in the man or later part of the transfer circumstances in the man
surrounding but when we Osimhen say Accra win or the can struggle of Uzbek.
I agree.
Struggle will leave it. I agree. You be na mupeja Accra and some over. You understand? Maza Chelsea ni
ya bi mamu share ya bi mamu
maybe a Chelsea
and the kind of pass
Chelsea is building mentality monsters.
Chelsea is building what?
Mentality monsters for the future. Balland is be home.
Bala 10
August.
Bala 10 August.
The season will start to. The season will
definitely start. We shall remember you boy. My problem, Unyamla, so Bramian Queen.
Yes, Mamusha remember
you boy. Lady who be as a massa. No, maybe sometimes about the Amoka. Go for where my boy is. Mobile go for Timmy idea who be at Omo Boko champion. How much send your magic trophy?
You cannot see. Look at a step forward. Chelsea is not competing again in the Conference League.
Yeah,
they are competing in the Champions League. A table of men.
I would love say Obenya 2012 or 2014 or 2012 Chelsea Champions League.
2012.
Against
That was 2012.
2012.
Oh, my lineup. No, I'm shady.
That Chelsea lineup.
Amasa.
What did the lab do?
We are going to talk about the experience they had in that setup.
Yeah, no, I'm making.
You are better than paying the only person that you get out of the team.
So, over our team now, over 2008. Yeah, who's 2008? Now, the man go through pass compared to that team.
Majority of them
you need to go get that disappointment.
So Chelsea can win the Champions League again. This is you know I'm kind of 2012. I be moment so me man baby. Na so yanko. Ono adela na no de we yanko to see we are the of your budget. Your teams are akọ to play a million ya de
omuntimi mbo any day.
We are the of each count 12 goals Chelsea over man at least 20 goals.
And DIABY.
That's how you see it.
Even with Chelsea. DIABY and the Chelsea is a Victor Osimhen, fine, or a very good player. Why is successful with Napoli, successful with Galatasaray, back to back. But Chelsea born when it comes to say Obi clinical or share a lot of goals, he can easily do that. But the possibilities of what Chelsea Football Club will be feeling and also by a flop is very high. Chelsea at a time Kotor, Andrei Shevchenko didn't buy Chelsea. He came to be Didier Drogba. He failed. Chelsea Kotor Fernando Torres did for Liverpool. With Liverpool, no a top striker. Mkotono 50 million euros different Liverpool. When he came to Chelsea, somehow he was a flop. Diego Costa at Atletico Madrid Bano, or both first 2 seasons, or J consistently goal top scorer for Chelsea. The third season he became a flop, had issues with Antonio Conte and left. Alvaro Morata.
He was never a flop.
Alvaro Morata.
He was never a flop.
No.
Third
season.
Issues with
Third season.
He never started the third season.
Varas.
Or even before the third season.
Varas, me say, the first 2 seasons, he did very well. He was top scorer for Chelsea.
Played 2 seasons
First 2 seasons. But third season, he went away. That's what I say. Alvaro Morata with the Real Madrid Football Club. He was big over there. At the time, say Karim Benzema free, all coming up as a substitute. He scored close to about 15 goals for Madrid at that season. Chelsea Kakese over 19 million euros by Chelsea. When he came, he failed. The same way, Radamel Falcao, all those all about Chelsea, not the form when he came, he failed. You talk about Romelu Lukaku coming in 2012, oh boy, you Super Cup and all board that penalty saying now Jose Mourinho, a permanent football club number calling. He went away with Everton. Was 85 goals in the last 3 seasons over the moment. When he went to Manchester United, he scored a lot of goals. Went to Inter Milan, he scored a lot of. When he came to Chelsea Football Club, he was a flop. So Victor Osimhen is a fine footballer, but the possibility say Obeba never a flop. To me, I'm not saying say he cannot play the style
so there's no
for Chelsea.
There's
no possibility to him a flop. He can
possibility that
he can also play.
Ever floppy, but there's no possibility an upcoming player.
He can play.
The Chelsea level is about and get for the say Fakye players. No, you are from 2003 2004. You see the Fakye club. We players now no more no we top and top sir.
Yeah.
Chelsea as a club, no we know what me say. Sorry, say because the Chelsea league team kakra bi ekese bi. Omo titi na ye top players e hu dada.
Yeah.
Roman Abramovich never far from 2003 ko. And oye so, mami change the face of the club.
Yeah.
And if you cry on the signings and no do mobile. With exception of Didier Drogba mo ani enim zena omo top Iron Robin so man waje young best player on that change.
Oh, that's not
the Okofa striker no fi said they are there friend Mataja Kesman.
Yeah.
Them also waje top scorer award there you know then e no so by went mambo. A players or the omo buy and then yet to be e kon anim no. And Abramovich who say ubenya then I just saw the big names ba. And they do baby Michael Ballack man on Shevchenko yene. Now we ma be turn on masa na man komechi. And SSM ketwa da also tiase. Yam koto sime. We are there for the league next season.
Even with Didier Drogba, Mourinho needed to struggle with Abramovich. Because Abramovich wanted Ronaldinho. Mourinho wanted Didier Drogba.
Yeah.
And Okofa Drogba then they buy. If Olympic Marseille now, he was a big top scorer over there. But so pedigree be out Didier Drogba compare with Ronaldinho. None can the pedigree into no. But when he came to Chelsea, he did well. But DIABY, you say Quanchen, onam Quanchen ya na niam e fair wo honom. Be the sika na Chelsea now no see honom no sika. Ever since Todd Bowley, any clearly capital consortium able to keep over with Chelsea Football Club now since May 2002. they've been able to spend close to about 1.32 billion euros only on Chelsea Football Club signings. Now, 2022-2023 season, they had close to about 612 million euros. 2023-2024 season, they had close to about 468.8 million euros. 2024-25, they had 276 million euros. So, combined here, it's about 1.3 billion euros only in player signings. But Chelsea is strategic when it comes to businesses in player transfer sales. Because Omu generated close to about 575.5 million euros as profit in their sales. They were able to outgo close to about 781 million into Omu Mboka. Now, so all checking notable signs at Chelsea, Anna Todd Bowley, the signings now expensive now. Enzo Fernandez from Benfica was 121 million euros. Moises Caicedo from Brighton and Hove Albion was 116 million euros for Audio Mobile. When Audio Mobile, they've been able to reshape the project on no Chelsea Todd Bowley and Casapeno. But ever since Todd Bowley taking over from Roman Abramovich, 6 coaches, 5 coaches in team are successful, but Enzo Maresca in the first debut season for Chelsea with team is successful. Sometimes, if you want your football club to achieve something, you need to be radical.
Yeah.
Thomas Tuchel at the time, Todd Bowley Befa Football Club, he wasn't pleasant with the side of things. Not Christopher Vivol as a sporting director, and even the side of Todd Bowley or managed football club. But when they took over from Roman Abramovich, he wasn't cool until also go out from the football club. He then came in with Papa Efese Graham Porter from the side of Brighton and Hove Albion. When he came, he became a failure. The assistant Bruno Salter took over from the side of Graham Porter. When also taking over now, he also became a failure. Also Then you talk about Obi to say Frank Lampard or found by at the die-hard minute and found by in that particular season. Or also so 3 coaches in one season. And I've been after the tenure of Todd Bowley. He was being radical because he told it why say when it comes to say opposite team now or a lot of trophies he needs to make sure say who coach now or do you actually make sure say Obama a stand-put performance for the football club. Frank Lampard Beko, the then coach of Obama will become Mauricio Pochettino, but Chelsea have history when it comes to South American coaches. The last time I heard South American coach about Chelsea 1 year successful was that coach of the Brazil coach 2002 World Cup. Luis Felipe Scolari. He was a top manager for the side of Brazil national team, but when he came to Chelsea, he failed drastically. Mauricio Pochettino came to Chelsea and then he was not successful. He was sacked last season, and they took that kind of manner, your friend said Enzo Maresca, for him to come. He's coach under the tenure of Todd Bowley. So clearly, Todd Bowley actually said, if you want to take, if you are having Chelsea Football Club as your club, he wanted to restore the glory days of Chelsea under Roman Abramovich. Abramovich was radical in terms of several sacking coaches because he always expected these kind of Chelsea football players to win something for the football club. Senebaya, fans normally demanding enough to see trophy. They will always see trophy either a season or 2 for the football club. But when Enzo Maresca took over, he has become most of the coaches debut season, which recorded that kind of history. As an Italian coach who are having a good identity, good history with the football club, and that's almost what that good performance are. We win a lot of trophies with the football club. Enzo Maresca has done that kind of things for the side of Chelsea Football Club. But when Enzo Maresca took over, he had a certain point for Chelsea football fans. Also, he wanted to start a project, and he wanted to start an identity for the football club. Although he had a close identity together with Pep Guardiola, starting over with the Manchester City, now they call Leicester City. He wanted to play total dominance football and make sure Obetima instill a particular principle which will make sure the Chelsea football players nearby, that principle will guide them when they want to recover a lot of things from the opponent on the field of play. And that's what the 6 seconds rule system of football are. Papa friend said Enzo Maresca at the Chelsea Football Club. He made this simple. If you lose the ball in the stance of 6 seconds, just get the ball back, making sure say wait a quick transition, wait they're going to attacking third, and you will define your tactical system abruptly for the Chelsea Football Club. When he came, he had it clear. Either he will play the 4-2-3-1, either he will play the 4-3-3, either he will play the 4-4-2 tactical system for Chelsea Football Club. But he became stable at the time and a lot of rotations, especially in the midfield. He was finding it very difficult to make sure either so compare Moises Caicedo with Enzo Fernandez as a two pivotal midfielders in the midfield. I also compare Enzo Fernandez with Romeo Lavia and as a Moises Caicedo with Romeo Lavia in the midfield. But he became cool when he had to make sure say Obama Moises Caicedo are stable and he will allow Enzo Fernandez to also join Cole Palmer for them to free up, and they will make sure that they will create a lot of numerical superiority in our attacking third, and it has yielded this particular result. Only in this particular competition called Conference League, Chelsea, it's actually close to about 42 goals in this particular league. It's been seen in the history of the Conference League ever since almost in 2021. And almost all of their players has been able to score a variety of goals for the football club. So it's not only Nicolas Jackson, not only Maguire or only the top scorer for Chelsea in this particular competition, but majority of them has been able to make sure they will score that kind of goals. And I'm a catch also Nicolas Jackson will score. When he came in, was starting, I told you, he can easily make close assists for an attacking third, and he made that beautiful assist for Real Betis. So Chelsea edged the European Conference League. That's almost spending a lot of money this season. Now Crystal Palace edged the FA Cup with Oliver Glasner. Now you're talking about the side of Tottenham Hotspur in the last 2 years. Okafor Anyi Poteskoglou now all the Europa Diama Tottenham Hotspur. Then Mikel Arteta should be sacked for Arsenal. 8 good years, our court troughless now. Mikel Arteta should be sacked from Arsenal. Only any business to do with Arsenal Football Club. He should be sacked from Arsenal Football Club.
Good afternoon, Abu. The only person that's serious about his job at Manchester United is their bus driver. Because he always make sure they arrive safely to their next beating. The only reason we allowed Betis to score first was to make sure they return for the second half and give them to Luisa from United States of Bremen as Sikuma keep the fire burning. Abu, I'll say hi. My greetings to you and your crew, and I'm watching live from Sari Datano, the Seed Baba Shop. My greetings to Kotoa and my lovely mom. The also a bomb on the realm of Godfrey, Sari Datano, and on the realm of Blackwaku, Liverpool, sign am. I don't know, but Richmond the other bear on there's a one cheche. Please tell me that Conte played for Chelsea, Partey and Rodri will never see that. Again, European Conference League for those who didn't qualify for Champions League. Real Madrid will never add Conference League to their cabinet this time. I was asked Abu if Holland was in EPL, but his numbers made Man City sign him. And no yet you also a bomb on the 1882 guy or the Abu Fakye Sport size. Congratulations to my darling club Chelsea for all the European trophies. We have won all. And I'm watching live from JJMJ, Jamai South Municipality, Foster, near the funeral, Kopama and Lami Yama, who had a better season in terms of start this season, not trophies. Jamai, actually, would the bar, a Bakako Fasima by Catalyst. Is there an Omoji conference back on Modia do Lami Yama? Hey, Chelsea for. Good evening, Abu. More update on Tony Atmosphere. I'm Opoku from Takwa. Opoguzutori, I'm #1 supporter. I don't know. Hi, good afternoon, Abu. It's live and clear inside I came across. So thank you and your team for doing a great job for Mother Ghana. The name is Shatta Dukes. You are the bear, no. My man, I'm okay to me. Penny at TSC, no, for Fisher, no. Yare Kakra. Tutu, you local guys are a jam of which my more my Ghana. And the result here against Nigeria. Be affected. Saying is it here. Nigeria enuanom na omoboy kamino entimiante na emeza we ne babo na quick ni ahwe na yakọ ni tutu local based players no na esere common esi akọ abi mame chance ye also eno ani gisimo unse coach Otuado eje pene ye so be share ye local guys no emza omo kọ ne de almost omunyina anya akonya Benjamin Asai eda po nim kama di Mamudu boy Kwame Poku boy na afiso no Branty Osina Kede Man Nations FC Razak Simpson ono so boy ma ongu kra no etimi ewura mu na hwe the first goal ni ade and the first attempt no kra na nkofo call for say penalty a was any Genema Nigeria already or the year deses na no edin but as a referee here I don't say no me yen sa enyi na am say first goal ko for say ne hwa second goal so no ekokoyo go fi okoro mo say ne performance no ayi bibi o ne ade a but one concern a ko for raise here the guy na fa bibi na say
odo mu free Ghana ekoy ono mo tena flight ni mu koy no obemo obi akwan ama na start positive and they sent good signal at the match in local league and they say yeah but match against a bigger opposition your continent is Nigeria and 4 local based players are in obi starting that a plus at the MIA. The game itself I might say said the first half Otuado enya wrong Nigeria for no were on top of us. They controlled the game throughout the 45 minutes, created the best of chances in the 45 minutes. So I'm not so surprised he said Omunya 2 goals in the first 45 minutes. But the about second half, I was happy for the second half. 2 players BM who not yet debutant. Caleb Irenchi. The last time who not yet debutant. Caleb Irenchi. The last time I'm born in your office, you were blunt and bold. You told me said he is a gem. In general, all about park in this, you know. Yeah, bought Conference League finals. And upon Bena, GM Busam said, "Boy, I'm here. They were him. Majai Chelsea match, and I'm here. So it was after say your pon ha. Your man first of time come to Chelsea. Your pon ha na makwa. We are now Chelsea match. The game go back. Na ma flip wako. I wanted to understand everything in place. And the Irenchi guy, I was said, yeah, they we turn so. I will team no say waba for stay. Say big boys ne but near Yanko for be bencher. He is one player. I was say they. We turn in chance waba for stay. Now Christopher Bonsuma or also yemfa mark and turn was waba to stay. Minutes kakrana omunya any impact na omuma yehu game no or match say they are boys are giving the right support, moral support, the back in the necessary guidelines. And then you have a psycho opponent and no operate Eddie Fro. You give him the benefit of the doubt. Say na a year kakra. 2 players are omuma de one so enia. Oman team represented your local league very well. Razak Simpson and then Kwame Poku. Now let me start from Kwame Poku. Kwame Yakob Black Stars need that. And I buy, but it's been so long. Now we're seeing the opportunity. They call up, they buy, and there are people who believe in terms of players who are giving goals a local league. He is not the best person to say you're afraid. So given the opportunity, and I'll say it, and I said it here, he is one player, he won challenge, or so throw challenge, he proved he do something. But Andrew, given the opportunity, Kwame Asem here who said Black Stars I said Odruwa Bibi Fano. What the fakeness any the BB Andrew the minutes he played. I'm not so surprised one prove a point to me. Or say well prove something Ghana for me to say next time yes I Black Stars call up young for Kwame Poku any the encounter. There are some who did not have good game, but they show glimpses of potentially becoming good team. But Andrew, what I watched from my own boy Kwame Poku, to be very honest with you, I wasn't impressed. One send a positive signal. And for an attacking department, and he said he is a player. For local player, be about the attacking position. You bet him Edinako. The last time on the CK corner, you say he was played out of position, not a G3, not also. This time around, he's playing with boys, experienced boys in the required and we wish he said, can we make that freedom no operate, but we do not see him. And what they want to say, or Jebola, who now what they ultimately run, he can't even pass the movement into spaces. It wasn't okay. So I must say, you're disappointed me, Kesiano, but he did not prove the Kwame Poku Nima. Now I wish we be media. Now to Razak Simpson. Koku say utie and komona in free Razak Simpson the next air bar. I don't want to make excuse. Kwame Poku ebetimi aka say ebia ono so wabre ana ne fitness ni obeti. So yes, I see. We analyze it, we say it how it is. So we a player. Now one can say we pra onye fully fit. Now we club sanction assess national duty. Abra wo club no crown. Then league matches, club ni pay league at you, but league matches them out there because they want you to fully recover. Now we say can they do Black Stars because it's Black Stars. Now one can say all skill who just want to go there and prove a point. You are not helping yourself, you are not helping the national team. The Razak Sims na ye nimo local league ni mo. Kwenya sa Razak Sims and dra. Ye share our Black Stars match no. 2 goals ni nyina one way or the other. Ewo bemben and as efa ne ho. Player can have a bad day. Mekweku bad day oye edru baby a you correct yourself no akwem. The only positive I mean who one any ade ba ko technical team here e boa me say irrespective of the blunders any errors no committee no. A man dropping it just like that and dampening spirit. They continue to give him the confidence about no matter how it is. That is the only positive idea as far as Zach Simpson. Aside that, one can send a good signal and farmer in defenders. No, and apart show no matter sana can able some centre backs some way league the man or more than boy so and I felt said if not the club no who he said boy in your fully fit the football association also need just like intelligence. I pick said the AFA were aware some boy in your fit and still a risky no. Good when if we are trying to please somebody or to do somebody to appreciate Obia, I didn't and her boy. Because with the performance of showcase, yes, we are doing the Black Stars, you see, but scout the agent be and or share and rap performance now or the back for Razak Simpson. Sometimes in helping people, we should find a way not to do idea a baby as not a help. No,
Mate,
you sound so bunny.
I show brother.
I think, sir, everyone can say when it comes to the Black Stars call up and the choir coach Utuado, Befaso Iron and Yama. But clearly, so you coach now, you mount this opportunity. No opportunity now to lead the national team. It could say you manipulate you when it comes to player selections and even with starting 11er. It clearly shows say well, you man are no so man for so and fama. The deserved national team now will coach, you know. I'm not saying it's a coach to Tuado, about Ghana Black Stars, even with the World Cup qualifying games are, but they can cut that say all leading on top, you know. It's some man for so, it's what man for so. But baby, I got any project now was channel. He would have called some legit local players and committee Mabwabuni. And the local guys not doing much, you know. We've said it time and time, say. Local guys need here exposure. They need that kind of availability. Say when you give them that kind of chance, they can easily utilize it. Benjamin Asare, World Cup qualifying games, nature say when given the chance, he can easily do it. He had a chance, no man, no 2 games or boy in the World Cup qualifying games, no, or my clean sheet, and he did it. And I game now me here with Benjamin Asare, but then with the Kwame Poku. And even Razak Simpson, Monebono, the Ghana Black Stars, as we speak, is one of the poorest games I'm watching with Razak Simpson, even with Nations FC. One of the poorest games I'm watching. That kind of the commanding good leadership skills I'm with Razak Simpson. So we're both at the Nations FC as their centre back. Now, or commanding a proper organization, not even with a goalkeeper. So Razak Simpson HM the Nations FC even to some of the matches in Wabodema Ghana Black Stars as a substitute. Our Bema, Wabono Homodin together with Jiku as the centre back of Ghana Black Stars. Most of the games in Wabono, I've seen proper organization method. I've seen good leadership skills. I've seen proper communication skills between Onuni Alexander Jiku. But in a game now here with Razak Simpson, it was a total failure for Razak Simpson. Mean demotivating. But I'm trying to say as a centre back, as a local based player, whenever given the opportunity, so betting me a ball as a centre back, Ghana Black Stars, and as a national team, giving such bigger platform to actually enhance your exposure. No, do it diligently, making sure say money the Ghana Black Stars. No, you ever heard one throw now it's here for us and so I can say young man that commanding first 11 no within the national team. But everyone money the minor it was one of his poorest performance ever since Razak Simpson. the kind of performance we brought during Nations FC and even with the Ghana Black Stars. So we share that kind of first goal now. To me, he was overconfident. The time that Nigeria guy in the crossover game, no, and that's a crossover ball, no. Nanko Betimi put to stop to that kind of ball, no. But then he chose to go down. And Kawada from a clear ball, Razak Simpson, a clear ball in a grand star. But this wasn't necessary as a centre back. Centre back Biano, you need to anticipate when it comes to say who get it close to the ball. Not say ball but now what that from a clear ball. No. Who said that was the same mistake. Kevin or says Barbara Sports Stadium against Kumasi and Kotoko. And Kotoko, they shared that goal no against them no. When they were playing the Classico, Super Clash, Barbara Sports. Yeah. It was the same mistake because when across the ball no, Nankara was that bet me a pushy anticipating, a pushy I get it closer to the ball, a clear ball no simply. Because at that particular moment in time, now the other centre back was far away from the standing number 9 and which anymore the other side of Nigeria no. But he chose to go down. So a clear ball in the grand star, near Bonnie Razak Simpson, we a local base player, ball home. This wasn't necessary. Sometimes as a footballer, so when you born the bar, Obiaji with some simple method, not about this kind of thing. I think that he was overconfident as a centre back for Ghana Black Stars. You are competing with Jiku, or competing with Salisu. And over this kind of poor performance, I am not sure. Say Coach Otuado in the second game, if Coach Otuado wants to start you, he will make sure say, ABOU on put you on the bench. And my one Kasano will interest, and I said, the kind of vim at the bobo on drop it that vim no, but he wants to maybe so encourage you so the in a second game for Ghana Black Star. But with this particular performance, it was very poor. So, mommy, the first video. Razak Simpson, Tama Nigeria, strike can take key lead as a centre back. Diana was away. He was not on any AD anymore. Just clear the ball, simple. But he chose to pull the Nigerian striker down, which is very very poor as a centre back. So be sure this kind of qualities are one way as a scout and as will be nature. Be catch us Ada Branty when you can so clear ball now because the it was an immediate red card and even a penalty. But the referee chose on per se or best say game in that early first half.
It's only an issue, a fitness issue. Or Razak no nyesi no bono bo. A fitness issue. Every phone na ambo
na even DIABY say a fitness issue class in your working here. It's Coach Otuado as a well experienced coach. Okay, maybe blame me some scout. Any player you development, Bishop Doxman, me blame me no. Because Obiani who our coach or a well experienced coach, play on him say or free injury air banner or because or manastate. Because when you important game you would have chose Razak Simpson maybe in the 58th minute, in the 68th minute, or Bano also this kind of blinded the fourth. But then
last time around Ghana from 2010 deba. Who's the local player of Black Stars? Unimedia.
DIABY.
The panel was such affiliation to the FA. It's a cotton. Secret to Mama Kacho. So yeah, man, market value no. A more pija.
South Africa deal with
last time a local players of deserve some more Black Stars. And in 2006 World Cup, she like Iliasuno and Habib Mohamed. Oman Kuku Nimase. After no heard about 2008, or one or more bench na enough for money. Fatau that Mukuyasa Momono. A baby on level no Kokudu. What as if your corner, who's a local player, Biash national team. Either if any project, and our team any player. On no what that affiliation, to a more Apija the volume one negotiate Aquatona Manako. My chuate them and on a massive player, no prayer crana. Near force, still ever force. So the games in any.
Against
last game of boy was against Hartlepool. Okay. After no so much no try. Oboye no one game bia the final game Nations score share Legon Cities 4-1 Razak by. And then be more kakra. We are friend the national team. So that player no that be advice cause the music players are now on modern form of future na kakra bi on that form. And no or that form sir na me Razak na minimum no. all the ball too soon say ya.
Area duels.
Oh, no, as on to me. On your fit.
The area duels was very poor.
My sure on your fit.
Namu putting on this particular sport. Namu exposing player no. In fact, so many free so.
On your fit.
Now, we FA member. Now, make your national team say platformer. Or the beton players are. Or they be doing that. And almost shots. You want your national team to perform.
Okay, I could be a no good dreams. Or Black Stars in the visa. It's more player will be on one.
Philemon Bafo, yeah.
My son, never cost you chroma. Whatever has Bram now large and why, Brad? A large man on family, my baby, and why could not send you are. Obeka, I say, I can't see the woo. I be Obeka and cover. Yeah, a chroma, the money yet, don't know. As I'm no canon, no bits, but we don't want to show a far one time. On sign for the old canon. Who's the was no crowd of moon.
Koku, ye football Ghana continuously. Me can't want to nyagi, but that's the gospel truth. Ye football Ghana. See ye football Ghana. There are certain things that NCC will come out. It is a nation service penny. Or you have Ghana Blasters coach, or you whoever we have a president. Now, whatever be the case, interest a year Razak Simpson so be carbon 10 I say on carbon 10. Now you decide to say the guy is not fit, and I will still get him on a year the plane. Uncle Bo and Fama a year or my friend Ghana against Nigeria. Now you Lucy or that kind of performance. I don't know what you are doing in your quest. You want to give value to the boy. My boy in Bob Blasters no near Timothy Ria will sit here. He's a fine footballer and a fine defender. But when he's not fit, he's not fit. And these are some of the reasons why they decide not to call up outside so some could do a UK hall. Because such things and you're prudent. The guy is not fit. And numerous number of times he's not fit. Into more games in Ibi. He played against Legon Cities. And that game alone qualifies him to go and play for Young Blasters now. I told you, and this kind of performance, or the Comayano. And you said they might play, and after say, no one has some minutes in the Blasters, and no one who more year, then the Yanyaji and 20 Midamano. A Juma Benjamin Asari in the last 2 games, and the Yama local players in the opportunity. Almost a dream now by the government. Oh, my dream now. Oh, my dream now with the kind of performance the local based players, not a single one apart from Benjamin Asari. With that save, that deflection and that wicked save, that was one saver. You always credit him. Apart from what part of goes, only by goes, and so it's me free by. It tells you the kind of near my yellow chroma. There are some times when people are fit enough to play for a national team now. You have the opportunity. We give opportunity to people to go in there, no matter what disgrace here. This time around, if we were talking against Razak Simpson, the inclusion in the lineup and as in the squad. People will say, you are talking with emotions. It's because he's from nation self. That's why you are talking about him. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because the fault. Blasters never a local base player. A 1-1 bit matters or monko. See a free local base player.
When they're near crime, and I can't want them. On your faith, the team never catch any song for one panel.
Command the teams in a place to a point where they want the player to go. What the penny banner sort your man for. These are the things you need in football in Kuruma. And you can't tell me say you football. But we saw local players no man to that level and I'm expecting to meet Miyama. But I was happy for Benjamin Asari. I wanted him to be on such a platform. Now you could be because he's our number one. And over World Cup now, this is some of the stage of national ball. And yesterday, or considered 2 goals, but give a considered goal there. He made saves. I think that it was okay. I said that save not deflect to a no. That save alone was one good saver. I planted and switched me, and he should keep it up. And I'm sure someone makes my create the man. But that Bonsu guy is a must stay in your Blasters.
Yeah,
a non-negotiable. It's a must stay in your team. Caleb Hirenti is a must stay in your team. And moving forward, this is where the FA comes in. They need to be big boys. We need such of these matches at the Mayan Blasters.
Yeah.
We need to be playing against the Algerians, the Morocco, Ivory Coast, Senegal. Or when I say no more friendly matches, na yɛ ntena hɔ na tena ko ne akofa teams nkitinkiti bi on chechen ne no omobo. If you want to be the best, you play with the best. And no lose game way. But in the second half, we saw a different Blasters. In the first half, it was a game that Minimba Biana coach a friend Otuwatu or Yan normally free. It was a symbolic first half performance, which of course Onwakasa admitted. But in the second half, it was a performance that you see said there be this a grade A performance. In the last minute, we had opportunity. If Senka Jordan, equalizing money 2-2. That is what we are talking about. We need such matches because you play against Nigeria in such a game. You play against Morocco, Algeria, Senegal, Ivory Coast. You want to win AFCON. When you go to AFCON, these are the players I know before. You want to go to World Cup. These are some of the teams that from World Cup. So we need a lot of these matches. Mayan Kosisa matches in Kete, Bian Farm right in Blasters. No. If it's about paying money, we need to pay money and get quality teams. Mobile. A best champagne, a best shaping. We have places where Yanko, Yakobiate in recent times. These are the things we want in national teams, say Betimiakoso. So they need to take clue from side games when no Muntimeyan no my year. But one should set up. Yes, he should set up. Because as I always say, is it a Blasters a new project? And I say a Blasters to win tournament. That one is something clear all Ghanaians need to know. I guess I will intimidate them. And so to me, but when we see the path we are taking, we know how to support your Blasters. Yesterday, me I was supporting Nigeria. No two ways about it. Me family no one see I was supporting Nigeria because when Blasters never mind on children, no man, I yes me team support Blasters. So I will never support Blasters in recent time based on them. Me ko do my fine, but supporting them no because I'm not for Blasters in that ball. We say your money. Look at that kind of a insulting release on the Bible on TNR. Few of us to the game. Osi Afenejan, Salisu, anyone they are not coming because of visa issues. But again, no one now who say Afenejan, onya visa and my UK. You need to respect Ghanaians. Yam Blasters dia. You are caretaker. When I give my taxi to say a sales mamia, you respect me.
Yeah.
And give me the necessary details I need in my team. Don't mean go against Nigeria. Few minutes and as a few hours to the game, you come out and say Afenejan is not coming. When a man for who say pictures about Bontia, he is not part. Salisu is not part. Before you respond to Ghanaians, audience says, "Oh my Blasters information now you a favor." Now Blasters na yodia. Musumi ya sumi tasa kini etimu koteme eye VAT de kwa Ghana eye authority service as a tax for no. They will be given to Blasters. Also mami who Blasters no ma yikum. Oba so chire me say. So they need to set up. If the Blasters is for Ghanaians and truly you want to bring back the love, respect Ghanaians. My young who the necessary update, the necessary important update are you person who from Blasters no. Onya yesa no man no ma we. See you be serious. You come you render account to Ghanaians. You the Kobo tournament. A tournament a company be and be na fanable. This is what we got. That is what we got. Same year no ma. Before Ghanaians will know okay, yeah, empty. But in Namha, and they throw Ghana Football Association for no, you throw a cat to club, go be there or Ghana Football Association war. That's all a fever. Or a bone, just or a fever. I mean the Premier League they are doing us fever. Blasters a referee, you fever until after. Because I call up a year for you look at the FIFA near players in from based on their work and say you want to rise their whatever. So they should respect us. Before some of us will support the Blasters. Me, yes, I'm not supporting Blasters.
Mate, but I suppose I be able to call there.
Yakubadum, Abu.
Na yama call say.
Bia dan kom, bia dan kom kama.
Has in komo kakra o.
Has in komo kakra o.
Share na family run is person.
I say has a mano. Omo a qualify
OKFC
OKFC omo ba be ball mano omo division say one division about
Premier League
Premier League
omo be Bobby next
year la nura omo share team omo share sa team no omo share omo 4-1 ya che say omo buko mo take it ti nyame aduma ye Sunday Samates FC so Samates ladies be ball eno de e mere formality because ya qualify we team so
so qualify the mummy no nyina
qualify champion to champions and so be bonus nya breku fine hey asaba bi mo
yeah dey
president cup
oh okay
July 1st asa no kotoko
wow
gufu ehun se mu emre si aju e choba ubane buka osima house of folk we president cap there umpo se ubo
ubo is Accra
ai wo de hye oman na animonyam de ahye oman pani animonyam ti ha se yempani fo na jatum se ye na sate kotoko bebo sefa July na a Republic Day na
holiday
holiday nyame ya do match no ye bebo emfa ho ne se ye no mahia o ma hye be 4 times kana no be pefifo na buka o musimu no ti ye bebo match no House Board of Directors so abomba na baso o kepsi for ma bomba baso pa se really omo ayade papa omo ayade afi so asoma jiji cap bi o fact mana ayade as focus so anya invitational tournament de ko Nigeria
obeko de
yempanifo no obeko eno ade ne no mutena so ase sika kakra bi pie mu no ne ade no yebeko so mo fi has yes na ba ka se record a wo ye
no ko dis cafe ana
be jeni sa ebeko esi efro no iku cap tournament
ya de iku cap na wo
sa di ku ka ebebo ya accept say ebebo sa match no ti news kakra be di free house of goodbye no papa
Alaj
mama copy person so 10
yanko
mama fan free pipa e freno Bontuko Express yanko yes wase tenio Club de Accra la Kochi soir melete le soir monsieur Boué Dieu merci beaucoup la Kochi hôpital Obremois Bontuko Express c'est pipa non waso ayi hwehwemu fiko se coach Watara ono a ne besan afatu ne next year that we has to be maintain no people na e kan nyame French for na e kan besan maintain no besan to na adwuma no so na people dey buy is fine na o kan kwa se ho a waso de ko for no hospital jajuo
Dala ye no cheze.
Die jajo no. E bie no me ensane fa no nan na wura mu a. Na we bobna ye, mi kunu awu, su bobna ye. Wo fa awu no su bobra me do fu bi awu. Mi papa na ko no, mi mama na ko no da bia jajo nko a. Dada no a. This is what the people just Watara to us wa. Die jajo. Da bia every ho ni su nko a. Sala jela ma. We are Jima Wame found. La Proca. Club du Ghana, dans ses vocations de musique et le moulema, comme à part Pierre le mot le soir ouvrier. Ça, ça n'est qu'on fait dans à Boca.
That's vrai.
N'y a offert de match en bon moment à Dakoya.
Ah, comment TFC?
Aïe. Aux hommes qu'on fait City Boys n'a pas. Adolfo, on va casser ce. Abrier. Club du Ghana. Club du Ghana. C'est quoi Club du Ghana?
Club du Ghana. Club du Ghana. Club Figara. Kotokole Club du Ghana. Has Club du Accra. Oh, ok.
Ce Club du Ghana, ça finit encore. Des mois obligatoires, mouvier l'accord, moi un peu le toit, Dieu merci. Voici ici un coin. Arabasu ahunu fie kwan nation sa na eko o ka kwa se ho a sumoja asamanfu
alaji
menchira wase kotoko ho de dika ekochi team no ansa na kochogu wosi esi ahunu kwa no kochogu kwa team no wa hunu fie
kwa Zito so ba Zito le ya
araba
na araba so ni Zito wasu wa hunu fie no kwana no wa hunu
ela se ole se dey
ela se ole se nations ana eko sumoja asamanfu timamu moni babia ni kobo match eye second versus third place kikiri yabeje ene da ho no nations ana eko sana people dia dem di twato na masoro kura wose eko fi ho asema banyame Club du Ghana élimination ça la travail de Nigeria forka là-bas de mauvais d'accord ouais ça va encore aussi Nigeria il va ti Accra so folk ça on mena Nigeria na on mebo 6 club tournament 6 club tournament na ade amom fa house of folk no on pese DC US and BBC Nigeria ai na offer Cameroon na
alaiba washa
kono ko play ko Nigeria
alaiba washa alaiba washa
people na dia say
alaiba washa me pacho sa you know say people listen
o pese
ko
fa blast
French la sanchi ko asebi a o kai dey me
voici club du Ghana élimination c'est la travail de la Nigeria forka là-bas de mauvais d'accord ouais ça va encore voici Nigeria invite House of Folk somewhere Nigeria mebo 6 club tournament
okay
oka kwa sewa o say adi nti o mount to South Africa kotoko no kotoko US no 2 players in the January don pese kotoko beba
Nigeria la players
na fa you say Nigeria ne Cameroon share border ya say na o mo na border no
Nigeria so
ari Nigeria nyoma
ya la jwa
people dey buy Pierre
kona bedi
kotoko fu bi mu be dwan o Nigeria
na ko US na dwan say su yes ko Nigeria be dwan fa kama Cameroon
la yo ko Cameroon ngene
na yo dey to free yo mo ball papa o
ala yo wa cha
people dey buy
o pese na fa blasters Nigeria ma
oh Debbie
na bi la we awati uko te ba jira ide de Nigeria
we kura de we ye nora de na was club du Accra congratulations du Benjamin Saré the club du Accra mondial tout quoi monsieur la mort was House of Folk house management NCC for na send good message e de ama Benjamin Saré and obi so promise say winya clean sheet e beto helicopter mano
beto na
helicopter mano say odika ekutwa clean sheet ni no ebedeka ya clean sheet o meje helicopter and abounce
na niti anyi helicopter na
and we no people the current one dey net dey me dey buy no o dey as an group we mo ba o me for Cameroon
ala ye ko o ba be chowo le
ma Dr. Boating the nana mo na kasa he no Onyankopon hira no papa Dr. Boating young and energetic doctor
okay
ni bibia to sa branch
okay
no say o fan no medical doctor o Medimosis Herbal Clinic na makoko ben Michano papa na me da woni adwumafo ni nyina ase se omoso me ba ho na se omosi atie ni afeme no
Dr. Boating ya na mo me am chiano pa
the pass one man two is no
me sure pa
ma papa mo ye na ma me konkin kasu official district chief imam office no Imam Salu Said chiano siankin kasu mind ampeyo mind chiamu nyina chiaka sesu ko Masadam Fahad Islamic DHS when head teacher wo chia mu nyina salamu alaikum
ati abi yamra na quick name
we ko ma menchia alaji achia imam maka menchia domafo hwe pa menchia doma municipal chief imam Sheikh Ibrahim Zakaria Sheikh menchia no kwan sonko pa Sheikh menchia no kwan sonko so nya menchia no empire born in the Yama Biblo, the Thai from afar. So Sheikh Zakaria Ibrahim, the Mohammed is my chief imam. Sheikh Echel Kwanson, because I'm in Chemi Krum, Abasa Funina, in Shelbia.
I think what we are called.
I'm in chair, you have for each and every single time I'm praying. I'll be at me. I'm a report, Chinel Conso, May Sister Koyasi, or Cape